Hell yeah! You're watching the Dusty Show. Let's fucking do it! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night, and if you're ready for the most comprehensive war coverage on all the internet, let me hear you say it. Woo! Welcome, humanity, to the greatest show that has ever existed. It's the Dusty Show. I love you. What the fuck is up, everybody? Hope you guys had a good Tuesday. What'd you do out there? Let me know in the chat. I didn't do fucking shit but work on this show, guys. It's so hard, as I will cover at the beginning of the show, the censorship out of fucking pocket. Holy God, it's taken so long to figure out what's true, and so much of the information I need is missing. They're literally memory holding it in real fucking time. It's not just Elon Musk. All of the global media seems to be complicit in this. We'll get there. But regardless, spent all my time putting this banger show together for you. Look, folks, look what I did. Look what I did for you. Still going, still boom. Big show tonight for a Wednesday. So hell yeah, as always, it's an honor to be able to entertain you. Thank you for joining. And Super Chats are open. Like by the show, Super Chats. No questions dodged. Every question answered on the Super Chats. How it works is there's a dollar sign behind me on the chat. Over here, boom. Click on the dollar sign. Donate money. Super Chats. Where the fuck is it? Get rid of me. There it is. Over here. Go figure it out. Super Chats. Anyway, let's go ahead and kick the show off, folks. Please throw a coin to your Witcher. If you want to help save my show, I would appreciate it. And, time for our first section. War! God damn it. War. War never changes, everybody. It sucks shit. Well, like I said at the beginning of the show, censorship. I ain't never seen nothing like it, folks. You think they would have censored the Gaza war like this, but it wasn't the case. There obviously was censorship when they were genociding the Palestinian people, but nothing compared to what we're seeing right now. Everybody's noticing. All my timeline. Lefties, righties, everybody. Social media users have noticed a stall of real Iran war-related videos on their X feed. Yep. Literally hundreds of these. Everyone on the planet has a smartphone and nobody is recording anything. It's crazy. We should be seeing tons of footage from the bombings. Tons of screaming people. Tons of people missing limbs and shit, just like we did Gaza, but nothing. In fact, most of the coverage that we see is like 5 or 6 hours old by the time they let any of it on Twitter. And you got Grok on there telling everybody that any video that's shared is fake. So it's just weird. It's very obvious what is happening. Elon Musk hasn't spoken out against this war. Hasn't even fucking mentioned it. So I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but it's definitely a conspiracy. Here's a few more. Why don't we see the images of the Iranian bombing of Israel anymore? You know the answer to that. It's curious that Twitter no longer shows any videos of what's happening in Tel Aviv. All of a sudden, there are no more videos from Israel on X. Why am I seeing less updates about the war? What's happening? Why are videos and photos from the war being censored? Apparently, Israel was hit by over 50 missiles last night, but you won't see any footage of it on Elon's Twitter. Are y'all not talking about war anymore, or is it just Elon controlling what we see? That one. It's that one. X algorithm have been fixed not to show videos of war, especially where Iran is hammering down Israel and American setups. Since last evening, haven't seen any new video. This is how Elon Musk supports the right-wing filth. So everybody out there, oh my God, Elon saved free speech. Elon saved the world. He literally did the opposite of it. More censorship than we've ever fucking seen. They're wagging the dog in real time. Erasing an entire fucking war, basically, y'all. It's crazy as shit to watch. It took me 2 days. As soon as the show ended on Monday, I started working on this show. I literally just finished 5 minutes before I went on the air. That's how difficult it is to sort through all the crap on Twitter now. And this is why, folks, I guess CNN accidentally said the quiet part out loud. They're admitting that the government of Israel is censoring us. It's telling them to not show the missile attacks. Look at this.
One go up there. We're not Showing you that because we're not going to show, the Israeli government does not allow us or want us to show where that may have come up, that interceptor. But
I'm sure they don't want you to know because they don't want you to know where the interceptors are coming from, but also they don't want you to know that bombs are actually falling, that the interceptors aren't catching them all, that there is real damage, real casualties over in Israel. You don't fucking deserve to know. Hey, you get to spend your money to bomb Iranians. You get to spend your money to murder people, but you don't get to fucking know what it causes in the long run. They made it illegal, folks. They're punishing people for putting videos, for using their cell phones to post on the internet. Also in Dubai. Dubai real worried about their image, y'all, because it's supposedly the safe place for all the rich dickheads around the world to go to. Hide the fuck out. Live awesomely off slave fucking labor. But the Dubai authorities are threatening legal action to any resident who shares images like these, which show damage from Iranian missiles and drone strikes. Locals say you could risk deportation or even imprisonment for going against the narrative of the safest city in the world. And unsurprising, crackdown, no real freedom there. Wouldn't catch me dead in that country, although, like, if I was there, I would be dead. They look up all my old videos. Hey, did you draw Mohammed talking about how he was a pedophile? No. Yeah, you did, bitch. Blammo, blammo. I'd be dead as a bucket of fried fucking chicken. Meanwhile, war crimes continuing. First off, as I covered in the last show, they killed over 150 Iranian schoolgirls. Now, did they do this on purpose? I have no idea. They're not telling us. They're not giving us any information about what happened. They're not saying it was an accident. They're just saying they're investigating, which I'll show you in a minute. It's possible it was an accident. Apparently, it used to be next to an Iranian military building. Or they could have done it on purpose, because now instead of talking about the Epstein files, we're all talking about this, because of course you do. All they have to do is commit another atrocity, and we have to focus on that atrocity. We can't not talk about it. And so it's basically eating up our time talking about that, and no one's paying attention. No one's posting about the Epstein files anymore. They're fucking getting away with it in real time right before our eyes, y'all. And be scared. Be very scared. Trump, you have crossed the red line, to say the Iranians. This is the funeral procession of 168 schoolgirls who were killed by your airstrikes. Seems bad. It's almost like they're trying to create terrorists on purpose to give them more permission to kill even more people, to spend even more of our hard-earned tax dollars on this bull fucking shit. And they asked old Pete Kegsworth, hey, what about those 150 children you guys murdered? Here's his response.
It's an update on what the administration knows, what you know now about the reported strike on a girls' school in southern Iran on Saturday.
All I can say is that we're investigating that. We, of course, never target civilian targets, but we're taking a look and investigating that. Red tie in front.
Just on the basis that with the information you would have, your reconnaissance abilities, ability to gather information, I mean, it's several days on now. So is there any clarity on whose munition this was?
We're investigating it.
We're investigating. They don't give a shit. We don't owe you any fucking answers. We don't work for you, okay? We feed off you. We're vampires. You're the rats in the sewer that we sustain ourselves on. Shut the fuck up. Let us murder whatever children we want to with your tax dollars, and keep your fucking mouth quiet. Hey, don't make us come after your children. We'll kill all y'all, and then we'll investigate ourselves. And then when you ask us about it, we'll be like, we're investigating. So anger is the correct response here, folks. The demons in skin suits ruling us gleefully. Meanwhile, the war crimes continue. They're carpet bombing the largest city in Iran, folks. This is not how you free people. This is not how you win hearts and minds. This is how you create more terrorism. More people that want death to America. The U.S.-Israeli war of terror continues with 2,000-pound bombs dumped on densely populated neighborhoods in Tehran, a city of 9 million people. More people than live in New York City, folks. I read footage from a couple hours ago showing several strikes hitting the Farmanai district in Tehran, a wealthy neighborhood of the city. No, folks, these are not military complexes. These are not the regime of Iran. These are just the people. Exactly what they did to the Palestinians. It's the same fucking playbook. More genocide. Here's Israel raining down bombs on civilian homes in Tyre, South Lebanon. Not even Iran. This is Lebanon, folks, where they just invaded. This world war they started. Here's Tehran again. They turned a beautiful city into scenes from the apocalypse. Billions upon billions of our dollars to murder people. Endless evil. Yes, we are the bad guys. Another one of Tehran. One of the biggest cities in the world, as big or bigger than New York City. I guess we're going to turn the whole thing into a fucking parking lot. It's going to be Gaza 2.0. And it's very obvious why they're doing this, folks. Every religion is the same in one way. They're all a virus. And just like every virus, their only goal is to spread. You think once they're done spreading throughout the Middle East, America ain't fucking next? Don't have your head screwed on straight, folks. They want the entire world. And they're going to take it inch by fucking inch, and they're going to make us pay for our own subjugation. Having failed its original objectives, the Israeli-backed Trump administration is now waging a war of terror. Today, the United States carried out a series of strikes on airports in Iran. In the first photo shared by local journalists, a destroyed passenger plane is reportedly shown. So it's specifically meant to terrorize the local citizens. I don't know if they want them to rise up against their own government, but most likely they're just trying to make them attack Americans, kill more soldiers, so the American people will be all pissed off, be more gung-ho about this endless fucking war, so they can drain us goddamn dry, which they are doing. Israel has issued an evacuation order for residents in southern Lebanon. Not Iran, folks, another neighbor. Israel has explained 1 million Lebanese to occupy their land and destroy their homes, yet force displacement of millions of people. Israeli will never allow them to return. Inch by inch, they will take over the entire fucking world. Now, they won't allow us all to be Jews. That's not what they want, folks. They want a vassal state where there's just a few million Jews, but the rest of us are their servants. They're fucking slaves, which has already happened. But happening more and more every day, the encroachment on the entire globe. And here's the trick they use to bastardize language, to sell you on whatever Israel wants to do while demonizing anybody else who's against Israel. Channel 4 News, war in Europe, Russia invades Ukraine. Very specific chosen language. It's an invasion, right? Then when Israel invades Lebanon, Israel troops cross into Lebanon. Amid fears of wider war, they just crossing over, y'all. They just tiptoeing. They just having a leisurely stroll through Lebanon. No big whoop. It's a nice little scenic route through the Lebanese neighborhoods. Nothing to worry about. Not an invasion, though. Don't report in the papers it was an invasion because it's not just bought and paid for. Our entire global media. That's why we're seeing an almost total blackout right now of new images and video from the war. Meanwhile, where they're sending our children, our 20-year-old boys and girls off to be murdered for their wars, they're posting videos of themselves in bomb shelters, the Zionists, partying. They're partying their fucking ass off, laughing at America. These fucking idiots fighting our wars. They're dying for us, literally bankrupting themselves while we have free health care. While we have free education, while we don't put any of our boys in way, these idiots are fucking dying for us. Woo! Let's play some saxophone. Let's dress up in leopard pajamas. Party time. More videos of this, folks. Yeah, woo! We will survive. We'll send the Indian Americans to die for us, and we'll bankrupt them, and we'll laugh at them as we party our asses off in this bunker. It's so funny. We will survive. In America, won't we? Will survive. There's your rollers, folks. They love it. No, they're so fucking safe while you idiots in the military die for Israel, die for pedophiles. And they are, folks. They're dying for Israel and pedophiles. Hey, but good news. Israel's stock market hits an all-time high. Look, it went almost parabolic. Look, boom, went all the way up, folks. No penalty, nothing but reward. Because it's an entire society of warmongers. And hell, if there's war on, plenty of money to be made in death, right? Plenty of money to be made blowing children apart. That's who we're dealing with here, folks. Then they finally decided who the new leader of Iran was. They were going to vote on it. And then Israel bombed the meeting. I guess they didn't kill anybody. They said they all survived. But folks are never going to believe this. We spent like $500 billion getting rid of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, invading another country, doing war crimes. And guess who the new leader of Iran is? Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, his son. It's the same. It's exactly the same family. It's exactly the same shit. Just another evil dickhead with the same name, with the same goals, right in the fucking office. Slid him right into place like it wasn't fucking nothing. So, woo! Yeah, baby. Money well spent. Hey, you can't afford groceries. Nobody can afford fucking steaks anymore. We can't afford our premiums on our health insurance. Hey, the life expectancy of Americans dropping like a goddamn stone. But at least we got to kill this guy's dad so he can get his job, right? Meanwhile, they claim that they knew exactly where the old Ayatollah Khamenei was because they had hacked all the traffic cameras in Iran. So here's what they want you to believe, folks. They want you to believe they have the ability to hack cameras in Iran, to spy so heavily on another country. They know every step their leaders are taking. They know exactly where they are so they can pinpoint strike them, murder their leader and 20 of their co-leaders like it's nothing. But in the most surveilled area on the face of the earth, Palestine, where they have cameras every 2 fucking feet and satellites scanning every square inch, they had no idea October 7th was about to happen. Palestinians were putting together kite planes, parachute planes to parachute over the goddamn barriers, folks. Getting together bulldozers to ram into the barricades. They were amassing tons of troops, but they had no clue. None. Zero. What? An attack? Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. How fucking stupid are you? I guess most Americans are even dumber than you could possibly imagine. Then the Pentagon released 4 of the pictures of the 6 people they claim were killed from the U.S. military. Now, I don't believe for 1 second it's only 6 people. How long can they hide the bodies? Who knows? But here they are, folks. The 4 people, or 4 of the 6 that died for Israel and pedophiles. This kid, 20 years old, not even old enough to buy a beer, but old enough to die for Israel. We are heartbroken to learn that Declan Cody, a well-loved and highly dedicated Drake University student studying information systems, cybersecurity, and computer science, was confirmed to be among the 6 U.S. service members killed in Kuwait on Sunday. This young lady also gave her life. Sergeant First Class Nicole Amor of White Bear Lake, Minnesota, was killed in Kuwait while serving her country. She wasn't serving her country. None of this serves us. None of this helps us. None of this is for us. Last show, a lot of people kind of hit me that was like, Dusty, you need to be more empathetic to these soldiers, right? Don't shit on them. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing. A lot of them are just, conned into this, brainwashed into this, misinformed, right? A lot of them are just poor college kids trying to get a scholarship or get some fucking benefits, Dusty. Don't shit on them. You can shit on the U.S. politicians, the government. But don't hold the soldiers actually carrying out the orders accountable. And I do, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, let me do a thought experiment with you. Let's say one of these people was conned into going into a school and shooting up the school, okay? They thought they were the good guys. They literally were brainwashed into believing that they were the fucking good guys. If someone kills them in order to stop them from killing more children, wouldn't you say that was a good thing? Would you cry for them? Would you say, oh my God, they were brainwashed, it's not a good thing? No, you'd be like, all right, well, it sucks to be them. They should have got brainwashed into being part of a terrorist organization and doing a little bit of child murder. But that's on them, baby. That's what you'd fucking say, right? And that's how I kind of feel about these people. But I get it, right? They don't know what the fuck they're doing, I guess. Ignorance, I guess, is a fucking excuse or whatever. But to me, they joined a terrorist organization. They're doing terrorism. And just like any terrorist organization that's murdering children, it's real hard for me to feel sorry for them. I know that's an unpopular goddamn opinion, but what? I don't know what else to say about it. I don't know how to be fucking fake about it. Don't be involved in this. Quit. Right? And yeah, here's your son. Caskets. This is literally Netanyahu's son, him and his wife over in Florida, living in a condo, living it the fuck up, sunbathing every goddamn day. These Europeans. While we pay to murder children. While we send our boys and girls over to be killed for this. But I guess let's try to find some humor in all this. Shall we? I thought this was pretty apt. This is kind of how I feel about the whole thing, folks.
When was the last time you cried?
Overall, I don't really cry. What about you?
Oh, when I watch military people coming home to their families.
After mowing down innocent civilians. You knew they've been tricked by their government to go there. And they will suffer a lifetime of unattended mental health issues.
That's what gets
But
me.
their dog's excited to see them.
Yeah, no, right.
You're right.
Woo, their dog's excited. Even though I don't even think their dogs are really excited. I remember one time when my wife left me, surprise, she took my dog. We agreed for her to take the dog. She didn't steal it. And then like 2 or 3 years later, she came back to visit and brought the dog. The dog had no fucking clue who I was. Zero, I raised you. Little dog, bitch. I was devastated. Whatever. Fucking dogs. This is literally me in a foxhole. During World War III, bullets whizzing past my head, bombs dropping. I'm covered in shit and soot. Some kid, how did we end up here, me? Spitting out a grenade clip. Well, liberals were pretty annoying back in 2015, so hey, here we are, yep. SJWs, we had to spend all our time shitting on slam poetry from feminist guys. We had to. We had no choice. Who could have seen this coming? Who could have seen it coming? Oh, well, America. And, of course, hard to find any videos of Iranians' retaliation, folks, because there seems to be a global blackout of all this, which is very strange, as already said. But satellite imagery from Planet Labs has now confirmed that claims made by numerous Iranian affiliate channels over the last few days that an Iranian one-way attack drone or other projectile was able to successfully impact a significantly damage the U.S. Space Force's ballistic missiles early warning radar system. $1 billion, folks, for this radar system. This is the one that helps them track all the boats that go through the Iranian Strait that they've closed down. $1 billion just for this. Imagine how many college tuitions that could have covered, how much cancer research, how much kids' school lunches, but it doesn't matter. Here's footage appearing to show the moment Iranian drone struck the U.S. consulate in Dubai. If you don't know what a consulate is, basically a consulate is like a local embassy. There's like a big embassy in every country, and then around that country there are smaller, almost like franchises of the embassy, and they're called consulates. And yeah, bombing all the consulates all over the fucking Middle East, including the embassy in Kuwait, which is closed. They say it's enclosed indefinitely due to ongoing regional tensions, and also it was destroyed, so there's that. But don't tell us that, media. And then, I don't know if it's true or not, folks. I guess it's true. It's so hard to tell. Grok says everything's fake. But this claims that over there in the Indian Ocean, they destroyed a refueling tanker for the U.S. government. Once again, no idea. It's so difficult to ascertain what's true or not anymore in Elon Musk world. He was supposed to be the public square where everybody could spread instantaneous news, but it turns out that was a lie. Tel Aviv over in Israel and getting bombed, although we're seeing very little of it. Once again, I guess this is real. There's almost an entire media blackout on the entire fucking thing, so I've done the best I can to try to find real information. Another one of these hypersonic missiles, like a lightning bolt from fucking Zeus. Here's another one. Apparently, this is Tel Aviv this morning. It says neighborhoods turn into rubble. I don't believe that. Probably has been a few casualties, few buildings blown up, but I doubt it's too horrible over in Israel. But once again, we don't know, right? We don't know. We used to have a free press in the world, but not anymore, folks. We don't deserve to know. You will pay your taxes and you will just shut your eyes and shut your fucking mouth. Fox News, I guess if Fox News reporting it, it's true. That's where we're at, folks. So little information is coming out from a respectable source that now I'm like, oh, Fox News, goody. Fox News confirms an Iranian drone struck a CIA station in Saudi Arabia.
An official source has confirmed that a suspected Iranian drone has hit a CIA station in Saudi Arabia's capital. Jennifer Griffin is live in Washington. Jennifer, what do we know?
Well, Jessica, we've confirmed with an official source that, in fact, it was an Iranian drone that struck the station, the CIA station in Riyadh. It was part of that U.S. Embassy compound, part of that drone strike last night that led to damage at the embassy.
An official source has confirmed that a suspected...
So bombings all over the Middle East, damage all over the place. They say that they're substantially lower, though, than they were the last couple of days, like 50 to 80% less missile strikes. So I don't know, maybe they are having a good success rate knocking out all the missile batteries. But it seems like it's going to be pretty hard to knock this shit out. Iran is launching missiles from its underground missile cities with launch pads or standard equipment. Virtually impossible to detect beforehand. Yep. Missiles just coming out from the sand. How are you gonna fucking stop this shit? Boots on the ground, I guess. Supposedly have 50,000 troops over there. So boots on the ground seems like the next logical course of action to me. And apparently, they ain't trying to overthrow the regime in Iran yet. But you know where they are overthrowing the regime? And U.S. ally, Bahrain, nailed it. The U.S., we did it, sir. The people are taken to the street, and we're on our way to regime change. Great. In Iran? No, not in Bahrain. And there they are. They pissed off, I guess, their government supporting the United States. So, yeah, they throwing a bunch of Molotov cocktails at police cars. They seemed a little pissed over there. Shit popping off all over the goddamn globe. But let's talk about the cost of all this for a second, folks. What it's costing us. Donald Trump said in a campaign speech about 8 years ago, and he was dead on when he said this, that we are squandering the treasure of America for these endless fucking wars. How stupid could you be? Not fixing the roads, not fixing the health care, not fixing the education, none of that. And of course, damnable liar doing exactly the same thing. First off, I just told you about the $1.1 billion satellite radar system they got blown up. Apparently, they just blew up a $2 billion air defense system. A single THAAD battery cost $1.5 billion. Every interceptor, $14 million. You know, all these little rockets you see going up, $14 million a shot, y'all. The battery holds 48 of them. That's $2 billion of irreplaceable U.S. air defenses that could have been defended America up in smoke. Just imagine how many people could have been helped with this money. And this is just one thing. Each Tomahawk missile costs $3.6 million, folks. The U.S. has reportedly fired 400 of them. Total cost $1.45 billion. And they're bragging about it. Just putting it right in our fucking face. Can barely fucking afford groceries. But I guess we are the dumbest motherfuckers to ever live, so why not? They get off on it. U.S. weapon stockpiles, particularly cruise missiles, are being depleted amid the conflict with Iran, according to Reuters. So I showed you guys the last show. They just gave the military $50 billion more than they even asked for. They already, by far, the biggest funded military on earth, multiple times over. They didn't even need the money. They gave them $50 billion more. And they're like, what are we going to do with all this money? Well, I guess we know now, because they're just about to give them another $50 billion. In the past 3 days, roughly 400 Tomahawk missiles have been expended, equivalent to about 5-year supply. The Pentagon is preparing a roughly $50 billion supplement budget request to replenish inventories and expand productions of key weapons such as Tomahawk missiles. So like I said in the last show, I guess they've upped the timeline on the bankruptcy of America. I guess it wasn't happening fast enough. Jeffrey Epstein talked about it in his emails, that they get way better deals when the economy collapses. They could pick out bargains from the fucking rubble. And I guess once again, it's time to pick the bones of the idiots in America. We have spent the equivalent of what it costs to build the Chinese high-speed rail built in 2008, folks. Just in a weekend, we spent as much as they spent on this. Something that benefits their country for generations, hundreds of years. Infrastructure. Just threw it away for nothing. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why our country is becoming a third world hellhole. We don't deserve good things, I guess. And if you guys see this dude all over my timeline, apparently he's some kind of, I don't know, professor. Some people says he teaches high school. I don't know. Anyway, apparently he's an expert on Iran. I watched about an hour video of his to educate myself on the whole situation. Well, more on that in a second. I'll just play this video of him talking about how Iran can actually bankrupt our country.
Actually, those nations that are poor actually have more energy. They're more open and they're more cohesive. All right, so let me give an example. This is what we call the Shahad drones. Shahad drones. Each of these drones costs $50,000 at most, okay? At most. It can go as cheap as $35,000 US. But one of them is $50,000. As you can see, you can fit a lot of these drones to a truck that can go anywhere in Iran, and they can hide anywhere. All right? So the thing to understand is, first of all, these drones are cheap. They're easy to make. They make about 500 a day. Okay, and estimates are about there's 80,000 right now that the Iranians have. So they can go on for a long, long time. Okay, and one of these drones, again, can knock out a desalination plant. It can knock out an oil field. It can knock out a hotel. It can do a lot of damage. Okay, and it's easily transportable. You can hide it anywhere. You can use it from anywhere. Okay, and that's what the Iranians are using as an offensive weapon. And how do the Americans defend against this? They use something called a THAAD, right? Right, guys? This is what they use. THAAD. THAAD stands for Thermal High Altitude Air Defense. And they also have like Patriot systems. There's a lot, okay? The thing that you need to know about the system is it's really expensive. This missile, guys, costs $1 million.
We need to start a revolution of this country, folks. $
1 million.
We have to rise up against this.
So there's this $50,000 drone coming your way, and you throw a $1 million missile at it, okay? And often these missiles miss, so you have to throw 2 or 3 missiles at it, okay? So you're spending $2 to $3 million on each $50,000 that the Iranians spend. That's kind of silly. Second thing you'll notice is that this thing is really big and really slow. And therefore, you can't really move it around. Therefore, it's pretty easy for the Iranians to spot where this is and attack it. And then when these things blow up, that's a lot of money, guys.
So he doesn't know what he's talking about, although I did see him on Twitter talking about the Illuminati. He was like, the Illuminati's behind all this. And I was like, what? He was sounding just like Alex Jones. So As always, he's like, he doesn't know, right? He's not omniscient. He's just giving educated guesses about what he thinks going to happen. So it doesn't mean that he's right, but I guess he knows as good as anybody at this fucking point. Meanwhile, they just willy-nilly did this whole war without any thoughts of the American peoples overseas, because of course they did, because Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about anybody. They asked him, hey, there's tons of Americans stranded across the Middle East. Nobody's helping them. How did this happen? Here's the orange, glorious, goofy leader's response.
Commercial air travel right now is severely restricted in the Middle East, and thousands of Americans are stranded. Why wasn't there an evacuation plan, and will you send planes to get people out?
Well, because it happened all very quickly. We thought, and I thought maybe more so than most, I could ask Marco, but I thought we were going to have a situation where we were going to be attacked.
No, he didn't. He never thought that. All the three-letter agencies told him that wasn't going to happen, so he's lying. But yeah, it happened so quick. This thing that I decided to do unilaterally, all on my own, happened so quick that I didn't have time to warn the Americans around the globe and help them. Of course he didn't. Why the fuck would he take a second to help any fucking body? He has pedophilia to cover up for, folks. Mike Huckabee. The U.S. can't help you get out of Israel. So Mike Huckabee is the ambassador for Israel. For Americans who are currently in Israel, I want to share this thorough but long update on the options for departing. They are very limited options. As of now, the best is utilizing Israel Ministry of Tourism shuttle bus to Taba, Egypt, and getting flights from there, or going on Cairo for flights back to the U.S. You're on your own, sluts! We don't owe you anything. You should have been owed that to begin with. And CNN calling around, trying to figure out how to get Americans out of the Middle East. Here's what they found.
We can't help you. It's the message. It's loud and clear. We just got this message here in Israel from the embassy. It reads, I'm quoting here, the U.S. Embassy is not in a position at this time to evacuate or directly assist Americans in departing Israel. Those are the words from the ambassador, Mike Huckabee, and frankly, they're consistent with what Americans are hearing across this region. You know, we all were alerted in 14 countries last night to leave immediately. People were told on their own using commercial options, which is simply an incredible irony, given that in almost all of the countries listed, there are no commercial options to leave right now. And in fact, in 6 of them, there isn't even a confirmed sitting U.S. ambassador, including in Saudi Arabia, where the massively fortified embassy has been hit. It's a stunning situation, and I was struck by the words of a general who's currently stuck in Dubai. He formerly commanded the base in Kuwait, such an important base. I've been through there on my way to Afghanistan to report a story. And he was simply shocked by the situation, saying,
it's a little bit disheartening and a little bit envious to hear that the BBC has announced that the UK government is actually arranging transport for the British citizens to be able to extract them, whereas here for us as Americans, we feel abandoned. The State Departments, I've talked to 2 embassy personnel.
They even call the embassies. The State Department's emergency number for evacuees.
Right. So Secretary of State Marco Rubio urged news organizations to put the 24/7 State Department emergency line out so that Americans who are stuck in the Middle East can get help getting out of the region, register their names and not. But listen to what happens when you dial the number.
Please do not rely on the U.S. government for assisted departure or evacuation.
I hate to laugh, but
there are currently no United States evacuation points. Please continue to check the embassy's website for updated information.
Please put your head between your knees and kiss your ass goodbye.
If you're looking for help, you're stuck in the Middle East and you can't evacuate, there's no help yet from the United States government.
They don't give a shit.
You can call that number. You can go through the website. You can register your name so you might get updates later. But the number that the Secretary of State gave out, what it does for you is it tells you right now that there is no help from the United States.
You're to be fed off of, not helped, okay? They aren't here to fucking help you. The exact opposite. Meanwhile, last show I covered Marco Rubio. I guess accidentally said the truth. Said we attacked Iran because Israel was about to attack them. And we basically had to do it because Israel was about to attack them. We were afraid they were going to attack us back if Israel attacked them. So we just glommed on to Israel's attack. You know who didn't like that very much? Israel! Israel's all pissed off. Israel's like, I can't believe that motherfucker threw Israel under the bus.
Meanwhile, Marco Rubio, and possibly the most damaging comment for Israel yesterday, said that the Israelis were planning an attack, and the Americans felt that if they didn't preemptively strike Iran, that the Americans would be hit as a result of Israel's strike on Iran, which puts Israel in a really tough spot right now. And Israel supporters here at home essentially being used as fodder by Israel critics to say that Jerusalem is controlling Washington's foreign policy. So
they are.
A real messaging issue right now.
Yeah, you actually told the truth. That's the issue. So, of course, gaslighting. They immediately like, oh, my God, we pissed off Israel. We pissed off our rulers, our leaders. We sorry, Daddy. We sorry. So they immediately went out to tell the American public that we did not hear what we all fucking heard. Marco Rubio saying, it's false. I never said that.
Yesterday, you told us that Israel was going to strike Iran and that's why we needed to get involved. Today, the president said that Iran was going to get.
Yeah, your statement is false. So that's not what I was asked very specifically. Were you there yesterday?
Yes, I asked the question.
And so the president made the very wise decision. We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties and perhaps even higher those killed. And then we would all be here answering questions about why
He never said that, you fucking idiots! You better believe your glorious leaders over your own eyes and ears. It's so 1984, folks. Then they doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on it. Carolyn Levitt, the White House spokesperson, no, Marco Rubio didn't claim that Israel dragged Trump into a war with Iran. Only he did. We literally all heard it with our own ears, my brothers in Christ. He quite literally said exactly that. There are no other possible interpretations. The right-wing postmodern war on reality is spiraling out of control, and he's right. Remember when Jordan Peterson used to speak against postmodernism? And the thing he said was, language doesn't mean anything anymore. There's no objective permanence to words. They just mean whatever you want them to, according to the left. And we can't have this. It's a purposeful degradation of the language to mix everybody up so nothing means anything anymore. Well, what the fuck is this? That's exactly what they're fucking doing. Up is down, left is right. Just believe us. And don't just believe us, but believe what we're saying right now. Not what we said yesterday or the day before, because what we said in the past has no bearing. Only believe the current message. Those are your orders. And then he's like, he's gaslighting to the reporters that ask him the questions. He's like, oh, no, you're taking me out of context.
Mr. Secretary. I want to just clarify what you said. Because you said,
clarify.
Well, but you said I would give that.
No, but you have to read, if you're going to read the whole
statement. But your quote is about, we knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that would precipitate an attack.
Yeah, no, I understand. But listen, all right, but let me understand. But I had a very specific question from that gentleman, right?
The president said that.
Hold on one second. I asked
he may have forced Israelis.
Okay, but let me answer, because this is my press conference. Sure. Okay. You asked me, I was asked a very specific question. So you guys can misrepresent it, but I was asked a very specific question.
Yeah, you guys are misrepresenting it, even though you're not, even though you're literally quoting me word for word. You're misrepresenting it. Nobody's misrepresenting you, motherfucker. It's just so embarrassing. But their rulers in Israel said jump, and they're like, how high, daddy? And speaking of which, don't think the Democrats are going to save you. Here's Chuck Schumer accidentally making a faux pas, I guess, right? Accidentally saying the quiet part out loud by mistake. He's making a Freudian penis slip, making a Freudian slip.
Do you think Israel, forced the U.S.'s hand here box?
Do you think Israel forced the U.S.'s hand?
Do you think Israel, forced the U.S.'s hand here, boxed the U.S. in on this?
Look, no one wants a nuclear war. No one wants a nuclear Israel.
No one wants a nuclear Israel. I heard that, baby. You heard it from his own lips. I'm sure he's not misspeaking. I'm sure he actually meant that, right?
But we certainly don't want an endless war, plain and simple. What did I say? Oh, no. God, let me say that again.
Let me say it again. We want a nuclear Israel. We want whatever Israel wants. I meant nuclear Iran. You know I didn't mean that. You know I love Israel. You know I work for them.
No one wants an endless war, but we certainly don't want a nuclear Iran. That's for sure. Okay?
So, fuck us. Democrats ain't going to help you guys. They're as sold out as the Republicans are. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, our glorious leader, demanded everybody go watch Benjamin Netanyahu over on Sean Hannity's Fox News. Sean Hannity asking him outright, hey, did you guys drag America and Donald Trump into this war? Here's Netanyahu's response.
You know, there are people that say, well, the prime minister, there are people that say, well, the prime minister of Israel dragged Donald Trump into it. And as somebody that's been friends with him over 30 years, nobody drags Donald Trump into anything, number one, but I want to get your reaction to that.
Hey, did you drag us into war? Of course not. I would never do such a thing.
Well, you're right. I mean, that's ridiculous. Donald Trump is the strongest leader in the world.
So there are evil laugh, fluff your puppet. Just good God. Wild, wild times we're living in, folks. Meanwhile, Israelis are now blaming America for the 150 Iranian schoolgirls that got murdered. Throw your best friends, your big allies under the bus. The Manab school incident is an extremely tragic story. It seems to be the result of a faulty intelligence because the school was on a site that used to be part of the adjacent IRGC base that was bombed. In any case, Israeli forces weren't active in the area, and CENTCOM is investigating, so don't you dare try to pin this on us. It wasn't us. Hey, yeah, we murdered like 30,000 children in Palestine, but we didn't murder these children. Doop-de-doop-de-doop-doop. Wasn't me. All right, Shaggy. Meanwhile, it's Schrodinger's war. Depends on who you ask. They're doing everything in their power to convince a certain section of the population that no war is even happening, folks. Can't believe what your own eyes are. Nothing to see here. Literally no war. Here's She on Fox News.
Well, we got to finish the job, Will. The bottom line is nobody started a new war here. The president has certainly not started a new war. He's trying to end a war that's been going on for 47 years.
That's right. The war been going on for 47 years. Trump would never start a war. He's finishing a war that was ongoing. Hey, don't we all know it? Haven't we all been at war with Iran this whole time? We haven't. With zero of that. Doesn't matter, folks. It doesn't matter what you've experienced. Just believe our leaders when they tell you. Another example, here's Senator Foghorn. We didn't start a war. We didn't start a war.
I don't want America to be the world's policeman.
He don't want y'all.
I don't want the religious nuts.
Do not let the religious nuts take
Iran
over.
To be either.
Hell no.
And that's why we
folks.
did not start a war.
We didn't start no war.
We're trying to stop a war.
We're trying to stop
The president is trying to end a war.
Yeah, a war ender.
And it all centers
Peacemaker.
around preventing them from getting a nuclear weapon.
They're going to have a nuclear weapon.
And the missile technology to deliver it.
All the missiles. We didn't start the war. It was always going all our whole fucking lives. We didn't start the war.
Liars! That's not true. He 100% started the war. He dropped a bunch of bombs and killed their leader and invaded their country. Right. We all know he doesn't matter. Meanwhile, here's the logic of the White House, folks. Critics say President Donald Trump's decision to strike Iran is a violation of his promise not to engage in forever wars. In fact, the opposite is true. Trump is not starting a forever war in Iran. He's ending one. Yay! It's a level of 1984, folks. I never thought we'd be at this position in this country. Yeah, hey, we bombed the shit out. We killed their leaders. We fucking carpet bombing their goddamn cities, but it's not a war. Not a war, folks. The party demanded you believe them of your own eyes. Be crazy, like if fucking 1984 was written today, right? Nobody would fucking believe it. He wrote down in that book, first they bombed the shit out of the goddamn country. Dropped $2 billion worth of ordnance. They killed their leader and 20 of his co-leaders. And then they told the populace no war was happening. We all be like, this book is stupid as shit. The fuck? Too unbelievable. But nope. It actually happened. And on CNN, they put together a little montage of people saying the war isn't happening. And then also people saying the war is happening. Not very much consistency here.
and we may have casualties. That often happens in war.
I don't know if this is technically a war.
Not a war.
We didn't start this war.
We didn't start the war. It's a
but
war.
Under President Trump, we are finishing
Going to finish the war.
This isn't a war.
It's not a war.
We haven't declared war.
The Secretary of Defense, who calls himself the Secretary of War, said today this is a war.
We set the terms of this war.
It's a war.
From start to finish.
Nobody should classify this as war.
It's not a war.
Combat operation.
Not a war!
War is hell.
It's hell. War, hell,
and
hell.
always will be.
Strategic strikes are not war.
Not wars! So, of course, the reason they're doing this is because Congress has abdicated all their power to Donald Trump. They're supposed to be the ones that declare war. And if they haven't declared a war, they can't call it a war because then that would be illegal. So why Trump and all the administration go out there and admit it's a war, all the Congress people have to claim it's not a war, because if they admit it's a war, then they're admitting that Donald Trump is doing something illegal and taking their power from them. Very obvious what the fuck's happening here, folks. And you know it's bad when you've lost bald temple. Bald temple.
This is retarded.
Yeah, you are. And also this, just then the White House officials clarify Operation Epic Fury isn't a war, but a special combat operation. So, yeah, not surprising here. Let's see, there was one thing I missed. Oh, here we go. Is this it? Yeah. Oh, there. This is hilarious, folks. So Representative Mullen literally calls it a war. And then 5 seconds later says it's not a war. And they're like, you just said it was a war. And he's like, oopsies, I misspoke.
Are there measures being taken not to eliminate other possible alternatives to leadership?
This is war, and we're taking out the threat.
This is war! And in war, you have to take out the threat. And 30 seconds later.
And if you're part of the threat, then you have you're a target. You know, what we'd call not all the arrows, but going after the archers.
You'll concede this is war. You'll concede this is war.
We haven't declared war. They declared war on us, but we haven't.
War. Secretary Hicks said
we haven't declared.
Just now, you said this is war.
They've called it war.
They've called it war. What I was saying. Okay, well that was a misspoke. What I was saying that they've declared war on us, but
why are you listening to my words? Don't you know my words don't mean anything? Don't believe what I said 5 seconds ago. Believe what I say now. Just good God. It's so wag the dog, right? But you know who else thinks it's a war? Hey, here's Donald Trump today.
I think you probably want to speak about war rather than this, but this is very important. This is very important, and we're doing very well on the war front.
On the war front! You want to talk about the war? It's a war, baby, but it's not a war. It's not a war. President lying to you. Nothing is happening here, folks. Everything backwards. Everything fucking stupid. Just shut up. Go to your jobs. Work your meaningless lives away until you die of a heart attack at 50, you fucking idiots. Then they did a bunch of government interviews after this disastrous war. First off, Donald Trump. It's almost like this is the first time he's ever thought of the fact that maybe just eliminating a leader with no plan on what to do next might lead to something even worse.
Mr. President, what's the worst case scenario that you have planned for in Iran?
Well, I don't know if there's a worst case. We have them very much beaten militarily from the military standpoint. They're still lobbing some missiles. At some point, they won't even be able to do that because we're hitting all of their carriers. We're hitting all of their missile stock. You know, they built up all these missiles over the last few years. They had a lot of them. They've shot a lot of them, and we're knocking out a lot. I guess the worst case would be we do this, and then somebody takes over who's as bad as the previous person, right?
Yeah, like his son, who's younger and now incredibly pissed off that you killed his daddy. I guess that's the worst case scenario. But that can never happen. So don't worry, folks. Sleep well at night. Then here he is admitting that he had to do it because if he didn't do it first, they were going to attack Israel.
Years they've been killing our people and killing people from all over the world, and I think we have great support. And I think if we didn't do it first, they would have done it to Israel. And
that's right. We have to attack anybody that's going to attack Israel, folks, because there's no separation now between our government and Israel. They're the same country now. Every word they say lets you know this is fucking true. No daylight between the two. Then Donald Trump has offered every other country on earth that gets oil that goes to that little strait that goes right by Iran, that Iran has shut down. Well, Donald Trump has guaranteed all those countries getting their oil through that strait that the taxpayers will insure their oil. That if anything happens to their oil while it's going through that strait, which Iran has already said they're going to bomb, missile, drone the shit out of, that we are on the hook for, folks. Not only are we on the hook for the oil for other countries, we're on the hook for their boats, their ships, their people that are on the boats and ships, all of that. The White House will offer naval escorts. Oh, yeah, and we're also going to pay for our Navy to escort them through. So putting our soldiers at risk, putting our ships at risk, and then we're also on the hook to pay for all the oil and everything that gets damaged and destroyed by the Iranians. The White House will offer naval escorts and political risk insurance for oil and gas tankers traversing the Strait of Hormuz, President Donald Trump said Thursday, in a bid to cool energy. So, yay! Woo! They get to privatize all the profits and publicize all the goddamn cost, right? All the risk. That's on our shoulders. The dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. Why not? And no, we don't get our oil from that strait. Most of that's Japan and Middle Eastern countries and whatnot. So, woo! I'm so happy we get to insure all those people, folks. America first, right? And then Trump basically just saying the quiet part out loud. He says that, hey, yeah, prices are going to go up. Obviously they are. His whole spiel about the economy from the very beginning is like, all we have to do is get oil down. Oil determines the price for every fucking thing else. So if we bring oil prices down, everything else will drop in price and inflation will go down. Now he's saying, yeah, oil's going to go up, baby, but it's going to be worth it.
I'll tell you what, I have never had more compliments on something I did.
That's what's important.
People felt it's something that had to be done. So if we have a little high oil prices for a little while, but as soon as this ends, those prices are going to drop.
That's right. Hey, we have a little oil crease. Now, obviously, I said before, that's going to cause inflation to make everything else more expensive. But hey, think of all the compliments I got. Okay, people really suck my nuts hard, everybody. So pay more, stupid idiots. And we will. We will. We'll pay whatever we have to, I guess. No one's going to stand up and stop this. So whatever, I guess. Then, folks, now he's threatening a forever war. They're just saying it out loud. I guess there were some news reports that they've already fired all the missiles and their stockpiles are pretty low right now. So Donald Trump says the United States munition stockpiles have, at the medium or upper medium grade, never been higher or better. As was stated to me today, we have a virtually unlimited supply of these weapons. Wars can be fought forever. And very successfully using just these supplies. Oh, first of all, if your war is going on forever, it's not successful. That is the very goddamn definition of an unsuccessful war. But they're just saying it, folks, not even hiding it anymore. Forever wars. Woo! Hell yeah, baby. I can't wait for more forever wars. Another 10 years and $5, $6, $7 trillion. Bankrupt us quicker, Daddy, please. And yeah, hey, it's not a forever war. It's a series of small wars that we fight in perpetuity. Totally different. Get out your checkbooks, Americans. It's going to be expensive. And then he's all mad at Spain because Spain wouldn't let him use their military bases. He's like, hey, no more trade with Spain. Cut off all the fucking trade with Spain because they won't let us use their country for whatever we want to. They don't have any autonomy anymore.
But some of the European, like Spain, has been terrible. In fact, I told Scott to cut off all dealings with Spain. Spain, first of all, it started when every European nation, at my request, paid 5%, which they should be doing. And everybody was enthusiastic about it, Germany, everybody. And Spain didn't do it. And now Spain actually said that we can't use their bases, and that's all right. We could use their base if we want. We could just fly in and use it.
Yeah, we can do what we want to. Hey, your borders don't mean shit to us. I am the dictator of the fucking world, okay? I don't give a fuck what your bitch ass says. If I want to use your country, we're going to use your country. What the fuck you going to do about it, Spain? But we're not going to do it, but we could. We could.
He's going to tell us not to use it, but we don't have to. But they were unfriendly.
Anyway, so no more trade with Spain, which, you know, they just negotiated a trade deal with the EU, which Spain is a part of, right? So not worth the piece of paper it's written on. Why is anybody negotiating any deals with Donald Trump if just on a whim he can say, deal's off? I don't have any honor. I don't have to go along with this deal I made. Why negotiate with that guy? Why is anybody fucking bothering? It's all lunacy. Trump on Spain. We're going to cut off all trade with Spain. We don't want anything to do with Spain. I thought you didn't need anything from Spain, I guess. Remember before he was like, we never needed Spain, but you need them now? You need to use their bases and shit?
We've never needed them. We have never really asked anything of them. You know, they'll say they sent some troops to Afghanistan or this or that. And they did. They stayed a little off the front line.
There were suckers and losers. They sent some pussies over there, but they didn't do anything. Yeah, some of them died, but we don't need them.
Well, it seems like you might need their bases a little bit. Lion orange bitch. And then Pete Kagsbreath gave a little news conference, and he mad at the press for reporting the deaths of the U.S. soldiers. How dare you report the men and women who died for Israel?
This is what the fake news misses. We've taken control of Iran's airspace and waterways without boots on the ground.
Yet.
We control their fate. But when a few drones get through or tragic things happen, it's front page news.
Yeah, why you guys putting dead soldiers on the front page? You shouldn't even be talking about them. The Dow was 50 thou. It's not right now, but it was 50 thou. Why are we even talking about dead soldiers? All right, I think we can all agree they're suckers and losers. Shut the fuck up. Weird, y'all. And Eddie bragging about the air superiority, but we had air superiority over Vietnam. We spent 8 years dropping millions of tons of bombs on it. They never begged for peace, let alone let us pick their leader. So not the flex you think it is there, Petey. But you know who loves this, folks? You know who is giddy about war and death, who can't see enough dead bodies of U.S. soldiers? Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham just loves it when people die. Lindsey Graham just bloodthirsty like a motherfucker. Now he wants the United States to go to war. He wants us to go to war with Lebanon because of something they did back in the Ronald Reagan administration.
And they support Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis. One thing to President Trump, in case you're watching. In 1983, Ronald Reagan sent Marines and sailors to try to police and deal with the Lebanese civil war.
45
they were
years
at the
ago.
end of the runway. Hezbollah attacked the Marine barracks, killed 220 Marines, 18 sailors, and wounded 100 others. Ronald Reagan, who I admire and love, withdrew and never did anything about it. So I'm calling on President Trump today. Join Israel to attack Hezbollah. Avenge the Marines. America never forgets.
Good God. Yeah, I'm asking Donald Trump to invade a sovereign country because Israel's doing it, because of something that happened 45 years ago. Never forget. Just good God. You first, Lindsey. You first. But war hawks are the worst among us, demons in flesh suits. And Emma Vigilante makes a good point here, folks. Remember Donald Trump said that the reason he was attacking Venezuela and the countries on this side of our hemisphere of the globe was because of the Monroe Doctrine. He called it the Donroe Doctrine. But the Monroe Doctrine, basically, it says that whatever happens on our half of the planet, we'll deal with, and whatever happens on your side of the planet, Russia, you deal with. We'll stay out of your fucking business. You stay out of ours. Everything over here is our business. And that's why we got to go invade Venezuela. Well, apparently that was bullshit. As Emma Vigilante says, underscoring Trump's madness, this bombing campaign in Iran contradicts his supposed overarching foreign policy agenda, the Donroe Doctrine, of returning to Western hemispheric dominance, which he was touting like 2 months ago. The only consistency is lawlessness, of course. They will literally say anything. Do not listen to what they said last month. Only what they say right this second matters. Even what they said 30 seconds ago doesn't matter, right? Their words don't mean anything. And, oh yeah, I hope they don't copyright me for this, but I don't really like Family Guy. I don't really find it that funny, to be honest with you. I know I hate everything. But nailed it right here, folks. If you want to know why we're going to war with Iran, let Peter explain it to you.
Ground zero. So this is where the first guy got AIDS.
Peter, this is the site of the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
Oh, so Saddam Hussein did this?
No.
The Iraqi army?
No.
Some guys from Iraq?
No.
That one lady who visited Iraq that one time?
No, Peter, Iraq had nothing to do with this. It was a bunch of Saudi Arabians, Lebanese, and Egyptians financed by a Saudi Arabian guy living in Afghanistan and sheltered by Pakistanis.
So you're saying we need to invade Iran?
Yep, invade Iran stats! You fucking morons. But there are a lot of people out there, folks, who are against the war right now, and I'm sort of heartened, I guess, by it. I never thought the Trump administration, the MAGA, would split in two. I never thought anybody would lead the sinking ship. And they did do some polling that say like 85% of Republicans are still on board with it all. But a lot of them are speaking out. I know they're edgelords. I know they're trying to get attention. They're the worst among us. But hey, I'll give them an E for effort. A broken clock, right twice a day. Alex Jones looks like he's about to cry. He has Nick Fuentes on there as they shit all over Donald Trump.
The bottom line is that I've confirmed that Israel is basically in control of our foreign policy by our own posture to be allied with them.
We're allied.
And that is uncontrovertible. Because now they're trying to do damage control. Oh, no, Trump gave the order. No. Our very doctrine is if Israel's attacked, we attack.
True story.
And so thank God Russia's not following its agreement with Iran or China, or we'd be in war with them right now. So it is a fact. And then the neocons, the Israel lobbies all over the internet attacking anybody that points this out and tries to say it's not the case while Netanyahu brags about it. So, I mean, that's the big news. I'm not even defending Trump. It actually makes him worse. That it is now literally true. What I claimed, well, I wanted to claim wasn't true because I don't want to believe it. That Trump is an errand boy of Israel. And how do we deal with that, Nick Fuentes?
Well, if Trump is an errand boy for Israel, then you got to shut down his government. And that means you got to go into the midterms and you got to get the Democrats in. And the Democrats hopefully will impede the administration. That's what they're going to do. They're going to launch investigations, subpoenas, select committee, all that kind of stuff. And they're going to grind it to a halt. And, you know, if Trump is an operative of a foreign government, consider that he's forfeited his entire mandate. Because his whole basis of support is that he's America first, MAGA. He's not like the other politicians. Okay, well, if you're an errand boy for Israel, if you're a puppet of the Jewish state and you're bringing us to war for them, that's not like a small thing. That's not like a little bit of foreign aid. We're going to war on their behalf. He has to be opposed. And a lot of people don't want to take it there for one reason or another. But, I don't know what the option is. I don't know how you work with that. If you're America first and Trump is Israel first, well, that's not exactly a divide that can be bridged.
Yeah, sing it, preach it. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Booger Eat Nick Fuentes. But when he's right, he's right. Also, die immediately in Minecraft. Meanwhile, over on Fox News, I can't believe they're allowing them to air this.
Are any of those objectives in the direct national interest of the United States and of the American people?
Yep.
Or is this going to become another regime change war that the American people rejected and did not vote for? If they wanted that, they would not have voted for Donald Trump as many times as they have and put him in the Oval Office. Iran is a country that is 4 times the size of Afghanistan. It has a decentralized fighting force that is much more complex and widespread than Afghanistan. And I think the administration going forward needs to be very clear with the American people about what its objectives and timelines are. 6 months ago, the American people were told that we use B-2 bunker buster bombs to completely obliterate and destroy Iran's nuclear program. And anybody that said otherwise was fake news. Now we've been told that we've somehow in those 6 months they were able to restart the program. Now we're told that we've completely destroyed it again. We're told that we've taken out, 49 leaders who were on the chessboard to replace the Ayatollah. And the president has been very clear saying to the people of Iran, I intervened and now I'm leaving it to you. So my question then to the administration, and I think it's the question that a lot of American people, certainly under 35, have, is if all of that has been done, why are we still there? Because we've lost 6 U.S. service members.
Because you guys elected a pedophile and he's trying to cover up for pedophilia, and also because we're a vassal state of Israel. Hope that helps, dummies. Even Matt Walsh mad about it, folks. Matt Walsh posting Benjamin Netanyahu. Matt Walsh saying, we were told the program was obliterated in the summer. That's what they told us. Direct quote. It cannot be the case that the program was both obliterated and also close to being immune to attack, which is what Netanyahu said the next day. Said that we had to attack immediately because their nuclear program was about to be completely immune from attack. Same shit he's been saying for 40 fucking years, folks. Just so insulting, but you can't insult people whose intelligence is already zero, right? And even Marge, I got to hit it to Marge. I know that she is responsible for all this. I know that she is why Trump is in office to begin with. She's the guy wearing the hot dog costume, wondering who's responsible for all this. But at least she's speaking out now. I'll give her a little credit. She says, if your church leaders and elected leaders are telling you the way to bring Jesus back is by killing innocent children of innocent foreign people, you've never been in a foreign land you've never been to, then you're believing the lies of wolves dressed in sheep clothing. Preach it, Marge. And then she went over there on Meggie and Kelly's show and just lit a fire under Donald Trump.
What does that mean his decision making is? He already said to the New York Post today that he doesn't care about the polling. He doesn't care about what the American people think, and he may put troops on the ground. He took this is going to be a few-day war, to now it's going to be maybe 4 weeks or more. I want to say, what is happening to the man that I supported, you supported, the man that denounced what happened in Iraq, the man that said no more foreign wars, no more regime change, promise it on the campaign. J.D. Vance promised it. Tulsi Gabbard promised it. All of them promised it. And we're a year in, and we're in another fucking war, and we've got American troops being killed. I think it's time for America to rip the Band-Aid off, and we need to have a serious conversation about what the fuck is happening to this country and who in the hell are these decisions being made for, and who is making these decisions.
Shit serious when more start saying fuck. Of course, they're just trying to appeal to the common man, which I don't abide by. Fuck the common man. And then even Meggie and Kelly speaking out against it.
Look, there are massive divisions over what we've done here, and people are going to change their minds over the coming days and weeks, one way or the other. But my own feeling is no one should have to die for a foreign country. I don't think those 4 service members died for the United States. I think they died for Iran or for Israel. I think I understand how this helps Iran perfectly well. I get it.
So Donald Trump message out. He was all mad. President Trump blasted Tucker Carlson and Meggie and Kelly for coming out against the war with Iran in an interview Monday with the Inner Circle. I think that MAGA is Trump. MAGA's not the other two, Trump said, referring to Kelly and Carlson. MAGA wants to see our country thrive and be safe. And MAGA loves what I'm doing, every aspect of it. This is a detour that we have to take in order to keep our country safe and to keep other countries safe. Frankly, yeah, MAGA's me, baby. It's a cult. Whatever I say goes. MAGA's not supposed to have a brain. You're not supposed to think for yourself. You're supposed to listen to my words and then fucking obey them. But only the words that I'm saying right now, not the words I said in the fucking past. Whatever I said yesterday doesn't count. Only what I said today. Understand, bootlickers? And yes, Trump sold you out. He betrayed you. Even the most arduent racist and bottom feeders on the internet are starting to bail out. Case in point, Lily. Remember Lily? Who is only popular, who is only known because she said the N-word? Because that's all it takes if you're a Republican. If you're a conservative influencer, say the N-word and instantly you have a popular podcast. She gets like 10 times the views, make 10 times the money I make because she said the N-word. That's all it takes. That's the trash society we live in. Even she turning on the orange goof.
No, you just sit down and you be loyal and you support and you cope and you seethe. That's what they expect you to do. They expect you to be a good little cuck and sit in the cuck chair while a president that you voted for screws you over. That's what they expect. And you know what that represents? That represents their ultimate disdain for you. You're sitting here like an idiot being loyal to a president who doesn't give a shit about you, and they're laughing at you. They're taking your vote, and they're laughing all the way into the Middle East to start yet another war. If you care about America, you will let it go. It's time to let it go. It's like chasing some guy that's never going to be, guy or girl that's never going to be interested in you. At some point, after so many hours of no response, of no contact, at one point you got to be like, he ain't that interested in you. She's not that interested. Let it go. Let it go. That's what this is. This is like literally this is like a toxic relationship.
Of course, they never take any responsibility that all this was obvious from the fucking get-go, that they all knew that Donald Trump was lying. They all knew he was a con artist, and they didn't give a shit because all they wanted to do was own people, because it's the Beavis and Butthead generation. Are they owned? Are they upset? Do we make them mad? That's all we care about. Literally, that's the entire Nick Fuentes fan base. That's her fan base. That's the entire fucking right. You guys always knew what you were fucking doing, but you didn't give a shit. So miss me with all this fake bullshit that you're saying now. I don't believe you, but at least, I guess, at least some of them are turning on Trump. It's good to see. And this guy, I've seen all kinds of posts like this. This guy is a white Christian nationalist. Says right there, white Christian nationalist. Don't give a hoot if that bothers you. Okay, see, that's all it's about. Are you owned? I supported Trump since he came down the elevator. Went to 4 of his rallies, almost got shot at one of them by an angry Hispanic who saw me in my MAGA cap and brandished at me. No, you didn't. I was a moderator over at Patriots.win, the Donald's successor site. Donated the maximum I could every election. I lost lifelong friends over my support. Good. I can't remember how many times I prayed for Trump's success and survival through all his hardships. So believe me when I say that losing my support is a big deal. I'm not alone in this, and you're not. A whole bunch of people saying the same shit. It took you guys long enough. But man, this is tough to watch, y'all. What a perfect illustration of where America is at right now. So here's a U.S. Marine protesting the war in Iran during a hearing. And the security guards, and for some reason, a United States Senator, Senator Tim Sheehy, attack this man and break his bones, break his hand on camera. Warning, this is hard to watch. If you haven't seen this, you can literally hear them snap his bones, y'all.
Out. No one wants to fight for Israel.
His hand.
There it goes. They broke his arm.
His hand.
They got it trapped in the door where he can't get it out.
Sir. Let go of your hand. Let go of the door. Let go of the door. The senator broke his hand. A sitting U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine. Sir. Control your Senate. Arms stuck in the door. Okay, sir. A U.S. senator just broke the hand of a Marine.
Yep, that's where we're at, folks. You're not allowed to speak out. They will break your fucking bones, our elected representatives. Doesn't matter if you're a soldier. Doesn't matter how brave you are, how much you fucking fought. None of that shit matters. You have to obey, or you're the fucking enemy. You're a domestic terrorist. The whole support the troops shit was just propaganda to get you dumbasses to lay the fuck down and let them walk all over you. Very successfully so, I might add. And of course, there are a lot of people also that are supporting this war, supporting this genocide, supporting these war crimes, like Lindsey Graham. I just had a very good call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He expressed his gratitude to President Trump and our brave men and women in the military. That's right. He get it, you motherfuckers are dying for Israel. He like, hey, we're so grateful, you stupid slave goyim. Are spending all your money, are bankrupting yourselves, are giving away your treasure to allow our forever wars to go on. Thank you, idiots. Thank you, slaves. Thank you for giving your life for God's chosen people. We so proud of you. I swear to God, y'all, I ain't dying for fucking Israel. I might die because of Israel, but I ain't dying in service of Israel. Never fucking happening. Representative Mike Turner over on Face the Nation asked to defend this bullshit. Let's see how he did.
You know, I asked that question, and he was very clear in the answer that we did not target Khomeini and we were not targeting the leadership in Iran. So the aspect of that the United States was not undertaking regime change is very important. Our aspect of what the President of the United States has undertaken was this imminent threat that he described in his announcement. And
that's right. It's not a regime change, folks. Hey, they destroyed the leader and everybody that followed him, all his successors, but not a regime change. Nothing matters. Words have no meaning anymore. And apparently, according to Fox News, here's the definition of an imminent threat.
Brian, no, not at all. I thought Secretaries Rubio and Hegseth, Chairman Kaine, and Director Ratcliffe did a very good job of laying out the intelligence and the current state of operations. The simple reality is Iran has a vast missile arsenal that far exceeds the combined missile defenses of the United States, our Arab friends, and Israel. And it gets much worse every single month. That is an unacceptable risk for the United States. It's an existential risk for our Arab friends in Israel. And it wouldn't get better if we waited for 6 or 12 or 18 months to find a more imminent risk. In fact, Iran has posed an imminent risk to the United States for 47 years.
That's not the word the word means. Imminent doesn't mean 47 years. Oh my God, I had to kill him because he might have killed me back in 47 years or something. Nope, that's not how words work. But it doesn't matter, folks. Postmodernism. No objective permanence. Words mean whatever the fuck we want them to mean now. And then I do understand why some Iranians are happy that Ayatollah Khomeini's dead, right? He was a brutal dictator. I did repeat what probably is a lie on the last show, that he killed 30,000 or whatever protesters. I did some more research, looked into it, and that is heavily disputed. Some people say it was as low as 300. Some people say it was more like 7,000 or 8,000. They say that's the numbers that they've documented. Israel claims it's 30,000. I don't know if it's 300 or 30,000. Either way, I'll speak against it, right? I'll condemn it. Fuck that shit. Whether it's 3 people in Minnesota or 300 to 30,000 in Iran, anybody who kills their own citizens should be held accountable. Not a good person, should be removed from office. So I get it, but also they don't seem to have any fucking empathy for their fellow Iranians. Like her fellow Iranian schoolgirls, 150 that got murdered. She doesn't seem to give a fuck. Here's an Iranian monarchist saying the murder of 150 Iranian schoolgirls is no big deal.
Democrats are brainwashed. I don't understand how you guys can support the killing of 40,000 people over the past 3 weeks, but yet when Trump bombs Iran, this is what they were asking for. They were asking to be bombed so that the government can go away. Now you guys are upset that like an elementary school of children was killed. Well, what about all the 40,000 people that were killed before?
What about? You guys can't possibly care about 150 schoolgirls if you don't care about the 40,000 people. What if we did care? It doesn't matter. None of it matters. Those girls' lives didn't matter.
This doesn't make any sense. You guys are fake humanitarians, and you guys are brainwashed. It's delusional.
Oh, yeah. Delusional, brainwashed. No empathy. You guys, just good guys. No self-reflection whatsoever. And now they trying to make it seem like Charlie Kirk would have supported the Iranian war, y'all. And it's his own wife. His own wife is retconning his past comments. Turning Point USA, run by Erica Kirk. Charlie Kirk, if you are serious about actually protecting human rights, you should want to make Iran Western again. But yeah, this clip predates Charlie Kirk's June 2025 statement calling regime change in Iran pathologically insane. He opposed the war. Of course he did. But even his own wife misusing his own words. Man, I'd be so fucking pissed if I died and then my loved ones went public and said, oh my God, Dusty loved Israel. Dusty would have wanted you to support Israel. God damn it. Talk about haunting. Oh my God, I'm going to haunt the shit out of you. Never sleep. Hell no. Meanwhile, hypocrisy. They don't actually give a shit about war and death. Republicans overwhelmingly support Trump bombing Iran. According to the CBS News poll, 85% approve of it, y'all. So it's heartening to see a lot of these online influencers speak out against it, but they're all just edgelords. They'll say anything to be controversial and make a buck. But the hardline Trump supporters, his cult still fully in his back pocket because, as always, they're the fucking people of nothing. And speaking of the people of nothing, folks, that's what we're dealing with here, folks. Popular right-wing influencer, captive dreamer. Seen him a lot of times. This was not long ago. If there is a single U.S. boot dropped on Iran during Trump's presidency, I'll make a video denouncing the entire MAGA movement. And so somebody's like, all right, they're about to do it. They're about to invade. Trump talking about it. They just dropped a bunch of bombs. Where's your video? Here's his response. It doesn't even matter at this point. Of course, there are no boots on the ground in Iran, but even if there were, I don't care anymore. I've been wary of this foreign intervention my whole life, but at this point, as long as he controls immigration, I don't care what happens. That's right, baby. I can't believe you listened to me to begin with. My words don't mean shit. When are you guys going to understand? We just say whatever the fuck we have to say to get over on you. We love lying. Why are you even listening to us? Of course, I'm not. Just enough to make fun of you. And guess who else? Happy as fuck to support Donald Trump and his forever war with Iran. John Fetterman. And John Fetterman is standing with reporters and he's being asked questions. And it's not going well. Holy God! This guy, he has the mentality of like an 8-year-old boy. He's like shuffling around and it's obvious he has severe fucking brain damage. Watch this shit. He can't even answer the question. He can't even understand what they're asking him.
Your position on war powers in terms of a ground invasion into Iran?
What? No, I'm saying it's like this is.
Should the U.S. have done more to protect Americans who are now stranded abroad? Israel received a warning on Friday before this attack for an authorized departure there, but there are many Americans in other countries now without.
Anything else?
Anything else? I'm not answering your questions. I have no idea what you're saying. I don't even understand the words coming out of your fucking mouth. Anything else? Yeah, this is who's rolling us, folks. This is our leaders. This is the Democrats. We are so fucked. Good God. The dude can't even form a fucking sentence. And then here he is. They're like, hey, you're incredibly unpopular with your base. They feel betrayed by you. As betrayed as anybody has ever felt towards a politician. What do you say to them?
And it's more just now because of that, what this happens. You don't have to agree on everything, but it's like, yes, I'm the only Democrat because I'm not afraid of my base to just say, you know what, this was overall a good thing. You don't have to agree on everything. So I'm going to be honest. So, like, why can't you just acknowledge that one of the most evil people on the face of the earth was erased?
Yeah, why you just take our framing of it? Black and white. Hey, it's okay that we're in forever wars and we're carpet bombing cities full of civilians and that we're bankrupting our entire fucking country and doing war crimes because this one bad guy got killed, everybody. I'm not afraid of my base, the people that put me in fucking office, the people I'm supposed to be representing. I don't represent you. Shut the fuck up. And apparently he's going to be in office for like another, 3 years? So good job, America. Meanwhile, the Senate has rejected the War Powers Resolution, which brain-dead stroker ace there voted against. Senate Republicans voted down an effort to halt Donald Trump's war against Iran, demonstrating early support for a conflict that has rapidly spread across the Middle East. So, yeah, we have a dictatorship. Congress fully backing him. Why wouldn't they? Abdicating their power. No one's going to stop this, folks. Full speed ahead for another Iraq war, another Afghanistan, more billions of dollars to send our young men and women to the meat grinder. That's America. And then this should be in beyond parody, but since we're talking about the war, holy shit. I've been talking about the people that live in Dubai, folks. How they're the weirdest people on earth. Yeah, these people, I'm just guessing they got to be pedophiles. Once again, I'm not accusing anybody of being a pedophile. I'm just guessing, right? This is just my own gut feeling that people like this guy at Ian Miles Chong are going over to Dubai and getting these sweetheart deals as influencers to spread propaganda for Dubai. And they got to be getting something in return, right? Because they're so weird. Case in point, Brian Rose, founder and host of London Real, online influencer put out this video at the behest of the officials in Dubai to show us everything is fine in Dubai, folks. Don't let them convince you that Dubai is unsafe in any way whatsoever. Watch this fucking skin suit.
Just walking outside for the first time today and just feeling blessed to be here. What can I say?
Oh my God, he's so weird.
Kind of nice and quiet. It's been a great quiet day as well. Flights are taking off from Abu Dhabi. Flights are taking off from Dubai, which is, I mean, incredible turnaround time, you know, from all the stuff that happened. And looks like we're getting back to normal. I'm sure there'll be some intermittent surprise.
Ain't nothing normal about any of this, folks. Just a normal guy being normal, isn't he? Good Lord.
From our friends.
Why does your face look like that? Where's your shirt?
This place is so resilient, so professional.
Oh my
so
God.
On top of things.
It's so great.
You know,
slave labor, y'all.
It's a shining example.
It's so shining.
Everyone in the West.
We love being ruled by Muslim extremists. We love taking advantage of slave labor and.
Come check this out.
Yeah, no thank you.
All right. Bless.
Bless! Oh my God! Can you imagine what's in this guy's basement? Weird as fuck. And for those of you who want to know why guys like that love Dubai so much, here's why.
Come with me whilst I explore the hidden side of Dubai that you never knew existed. So after a long day's work, all the labourers are getting dropped off back to their labour camps. So I'm following this fella to some labour camps.
Because they have endless slave labor to take advantage of.
And see how these people live. Okay,
they love it, folks. They love to rule people. Love the poors.
So he works as an AC technician, and this is his house, his humble house. Which one is your bed?
So good over there, guys.
Five.
Just the best people.
5 people in each bedroom. Is this one yours? Oh, okay.
They're not prisoners.
Nice, so they've got a fan.
They're sort of free-ish.
And you have AC's working, yeah? He's a technician, he'll fix it. So yeah, you've got multiple people living here. It's a masjid. And how many people are living in this building?
10 blocks. 1 block.
Yeah.
And then he shows their communal bathrooms. So hell on earth. Taking advantage of their fellow human beings, and that's why the worst demons in skin suits flock there. That's why all their right-wing influencers are given sweetheart deals to go over there and shill for the Dubai authorities. But folks, heroes, as they always do, have arisen among us. Case in point, this gentleman, national treasure, the Palestinian News Network, I guess that's what it is, the PNN. So this guy goes to the halls of Congress, and he just walks up and he asks people a very simple question. Do you support the war in Iran? Let's have a look.
Sir, do you support the war in Iran? No? No feelings at all?
You just don't want to be filmed.
You look like a blue blood American. You look like you go back to the Mayflowers.
Thank you.
It was an insult, not a compliment. Just joking, brother. Thank you. Free Palestine, brother. Sir. Iran war, good or bad?
I'm working.
America first or Israel first? Who are you working for is the question. I will not recant conscience. Is that some sort of code for neo-Nazism, sir? Now he's stuck. He's frozen in time. For a moment in time, late at night when all the world is sleeping, I stay up. Dear brother, do you support the war in Iran? God bless you, bro.
And I know you're thinking, more! Your wish is my command.
Sir, do you support the war in Iran? You look like you support it. You look like you love it. Just joking, sir.
Like an asshole.
I look like an asshole? Sir, do you...
Hey, officer, this guy's filming people here in the hallway. Is that allowed? Just walking up and filming people?
It is.
Yes, sir.
It is?
Perfectly legal, sir.
It's perfectly legal.
But maybe if you make your voice a little bit whinier, maybe it'll help you. So stop making the officers help you, sir. They have enough work on their plate, sir. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Sir, do you support the
Love
war in
it!
Iran?
And I know what you're thinking. More!
Sir, do you support the war in Iran?
No.
You're
Hero.
a boss, bro. Like, you're the first one. You're the first person to answer and talk, sir. I don't know. You're not a human now. No, he's just an employee. Last question: should we continue giving U.S. aid to Israel?
Not another penny.
You know what? Internet, find this man, send him money, send his kids gifts.
Suck his
Lord, rain blessings down upon this man. We love you, bro. God bless you.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah, have a good one.
Cheers, and even more. I got a couple more.
Sir, do you support the war in Iran?
I'm not commenting on
No commenting? Should Americans go die in Iran to keep us safe?
I'm not commenting on that.
Comment, sir, big man. Any comment from the big guy, or he just looks mean? He's a mean SOB.
Kentucky.
Come on, I thought
Are you a veteran yourself?
No, I'm not a veteran. No, I'm not a veteran. Why'd you say that so loud?
I'm just curious.
Oh, you're just curious?
Your question to other veterans.
So I'm worried.
I'm here to advocate for veterans. I'm not here to do your bullshit.
Sir, calm down. Do you have PTSD, sir? Calm down, sir. So you need to settle down, sir. So you guys are okay with Americans dying in Iran, is that correct? I thought you were advocating for the veterans, for the soldiers, sir. Are you advocating for them?
Nope.
Do you
Definitely
want
not.
more disabled veterans or less?
Yep.
Why do people with this kind of rage get machine guns? That seems kind of unsafe. People filled with rage getting the most powerful weaponry on earth. Questionable. Scotland Yard, mate.
And one more. This last guy gets so mad he just can't fucking walk away. It's so funny.
Excuse me, sir. You support the war with Iran? Iran? No? You're a coward, sir.
Is it a matter of just calling the committee to get at it?
Guys, do you guys support the war on Iran? Iran? Huh? You look like Israel first, sir. You support Israel first or America first? Any stance, sir? What's on your phone? Let's see what's in your phone, guys. Oh, you put it up. America first or Israel first, guys? Thanks, guys. We got that answer loud and clear. Let's double verify what office this is. Jimmy Petronas.
Free Palestine! Let's go write Free Palestine in the book.
Support the war on Iran? Sir, you look like a war hawk, a warmonger, sir.
Excuse me.
Sir, do you support the war with Iran? Sir, why do you put that face, sir? You're a chunky cheek son of a gun.
I'm wearing Invisalign.
You're wearing Invisalign?
That's why my jaw is clenched.
Oh, didn't notice that, but now that you mention it, it does look super weird. Sir, do you support the war on Iran? Strange fellow. You're a strange bird.
I'm not the one walking around filming people. You are.
You said I'm not what?
I'm not the one walking around filming random people.
You just ran into these people. So you're not a random person, sir. You're the seat of government of the United States, aren't you? You're weird. You just touched that with your thing. You're afraid to touch handles with your hand?
I'm an organ transplant patient, buddy.
Oh, so how do you feel about the kids in Gaza who need organ transplants?
Have a good day.
Coward.
You're the one. Who are you?
Coward.
Who are you?
Just walk away.
Who are you?
I'm an American citizen, sir.
What's your
Who are
name?
you? My name is Donald Trump, sir. What's your name?
You want me to tell me your real name? You're the coward.
What's your name? Coward.
Yeah, too insecure to just walk away. I gotta get the last word. Hilarious. That's the Palestinian News Network, I guess. That's what it says. So, yeah, right here. Boom. Palestinian News Network. PNN, the most suppressed name in news. So, hell yeah. And then this is the level of dystopia we're living in, folks. Apparently over on Polymarket, you can now bet on whether there's going to be a nuclear war in Iran. Yeah. Nuclear weapon detonated by 5% March 31st. $500,000 been gambled. 11% by June 30th, 250,000 gambled, 86,000 on before 2027. And as ugly ass double bag at Hassan says, this is worse than any dystopia we could have imagined. Now, I did read that they took this down, but this is very dystopian. Imagine a world where you could just go online and vote for nuclear bombs being dropped, but you don't have to imagine. That's where we live, baby. And one more, and then we're going to be at halftime, even though we're way past halftime. I like this video, folks. This is triple Trumpers now leaving MAGA. This is what people that now are abandoning the ship for MAGA sound like.
I am a triple Trumper, and I left MAGA. Let me explain why I left. For years, I was able to rationalize supporting him, even though he was doing all these terrible things, because I didn't give a shit. But the day everything changed and I left MAGA was when he did the same bad thing he's been doing for the last 9 years, but it affected me a little bit. I couldn't take that. How could he cross that line? I mean, he crossed it over and over and over and over again, and I didn't really think about it, but I can't let this go on. I mean, I just had the wool pulled over my eyes and it wasn't even my fault. And I've totally changed as a person, even though this happened 3 weeks ago. So you can't really get mad at me because I'm a different person. None of the things you say apply to me because I'm good now. I take full accountability, but I didn't do anything wrong. I couldn't have learned things or decided to show empathy.
Yep. No fault of my own. I'm not to blame. Nothing's ever my fucking fault. That's all of them. That's 100% of them. You guys don't have the honor to do the right thing. So we got to listen to you flee the ship. And that is my war coverage for this evening. There'll be more on Friday. So it sucks shit. Can't believe I have to do this now. I can't believe it's a new section. But hey, I can't believe it. It's completely fucking believable. And now, please forgive me while I do a very quick commercial. Shut up, Dusty! War, though. Hey, folks, my name is Dusty Smith, and I am a digital busker. You know what that means? Basically, you know the guys, when you go to a big, busy city and you go out on a popular street and you see the guys out there playing their guitars, or they're like doing their robot or dancing, or they're like living statues or whatever. That's basically what I do, except I make content on the internet. I cover the news and do independent journalism, but I'm 100% supported by the users like you who enjoy the content I put out, who are entertained by what I do. And you're like, I like the cut of your jib. I want to throw you a couple bucks to help you stay in business. That's entirely how I make my living, folks. So please throw a coin to your witcher. If you like what I do, consider joining my Patreon account. Patreon.com/KaiCast, but there's also a link in the description of every video I make. It drops down. I lied. I didn't put it in this one. I'll put it. It's fine. But help me out. Chip in a couple bucks. I thank you in advance, and I appreciate you. I hate to say it, but last show I worked 20 hours on, and then after YouTube took their cut, I made $100 in Super Chat. So I made $5 an hour, which is obviously not something I can continue to do forever. So help me out if you can, folks. Don't let me go out of business. I would appreciate it. And also, you can PayPal me. Let's see. Boom. Nope, that ain't it. Oh, there we go. PayPal's a great way to support the show. They take less. And also, my Patreon up there. You can aim your camera phone at that. And it'll pop up a link. It'll take you right there. So help me out if you can. I appreciate it. Going to read them all at the end of the show. Thank you in advance. I'm now paying my editor that edits the videos 4 times more than I'm making on the show. Getting grim! It's grim, y'all! But what you gonna fucking do? It's a wild world. And all right, let's read the super chats. La, 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 la. Rebecca Poise, help me keep the show on. I really appreciate you, Rebecca, as always. AI was too kind to Musk. Yeah, I should have told it to make him fatter and uglier, but it usually rejects that. It's like, don't be mean, Dusty. Fuck you, AI. I don't need a conscience, all right? I need a tool that does what the fuck I say. Appreciate the Twitter bird being blindfolded. Thank you for your reporting on all this horrific news. Hey, thank you as always for supporting it. As long as you guys allow me to do this and help me feed these fat motherfucking cats, I will do it forever. Anthony Cannon, $10. Hey, yeah, man. Shit has been crazy lately, but I'm going out to celebrate my birthday before it's illegal to do so. Have a great show. Hey, happy birthday, Anthony. Hope you're having a good one. Have a shot from me. Wings a shoe, $5. Khomeini went into war on front lines on several wars, by the way. Unlike Bones Boris Trump, and the Shah tortured him many times too. Gotta respect that. Yeah, he knew he was going to be killed, and he kind of just stayed where he was, I guess, to be a martyr, because when you're a martyr, it encourages all the other religious extremists to fight forever and die. So, seems pretty effective. The Vietnam ruling shows consensus objector is valid. Yep. I know I'm too old to be in the military, but hey, who knows? They might change the fucking rules. I ain't going. I'll be in fucking Canada, that's for sure. Wings and shoe, $10. I'll summarize. Iran wrecked many of the U.S. bases in reach and rocked Israeli missile bases. In a few days, the U.S. carrier will have to go further away to restock, and all anti-air defense will run out. I mean, I hope that's true. I mean, I don't know if I hope that's true. I don't want to say I hope that's true, but I don't take a word for it. It's, like I said, a news blackout. It's hard to know what the fuck's going on right now, and it's crazy. In the time of instant information all across the globe, their ability to hide this shit surprises even me. They got to be using AI to do this, but wild to watch. Trump's 7th bankruptcy will be the entire USA. Yeah, it seems like it's planned. Seems like they want to buy us up for pennies on the dollar. All going according to plan. Cole James, hey, what up, Cole? Good to see you tonight. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you. Green Ghost, 1 ticket, fuck yeah. If you got your ticket, please tune in Friday for the after party and give Green Ghost your love. Fuck Israel, free Palestine. I heard that. Do Limbanjos. Anis Macalanja, $5. USS Jeffrey Epstein en route to Iran. Yeah, if it was named truthfully, that's what they call it. Hey, Dusty, why does your hair look so great? Oh, I had a hair transplant surgery about 10 years ago when I was in Denver. And also, I do this. I've learned how to do this kind of like I guess you call it a comb over, where I grow my hair out and I use it to cover up the side here that has a real high forehead. And also, I use hair powder. You just tap that shit on your hair and you see that shit? Yeah, baby. It's like putting salt on your hair. Cures all that fucking shit. Boom. Thank you for asking. The dude that said no about the war in Iran, who was that hero? I don't know. Just some rando standing around. Somebody find him, though. Let him know we all love him. Thanks, Dusty. Thank you, Cole. As always, you fucking rock. Gonna name my first kid Cole James. And thanks, Dusty. Hey, thank you. And it's gone. And all right, folks, still light tonight. I'm trying to stay in business, so if you like what I do, the market will decide. Help me out. I might have to start looking at other avenues, though, before too long. We'll see what happens. But still plenty of time to get your super chats in. Going to read all the rest of it at the end of the show. So help a brother out. And moving on. Got a real quick one tonight because I already done most of this. But it's time for some Chud Watch. Lagging, motherfucker. We talk about chuds and make fun of them. And first off, on tonight's Chud Watch, fucking cat fucking my shit up. God damn it, cat, you ain't helping me. All I do is feed you fat motherfuckers, and you're always getting in my way, making me do this show on hard mode. First up, on the Chud Watch, Trump, knee deep in fucking war, focused on the important shit. Like having his picture on the $250 bill, because why not? He's always got to be thinking about himself. That's all that matters. To his glory, our beautiful Pharaoh, Trump posted about putting his face on the $250 bill. Here he is. America's turning $250. It's time to make more history. Put this orange fat bitch's face on money. Usually, we don't put politicians' face on money until they're dead. But hey, I guess we got to celebrate our king before he drops dead. That's what's really important, y'all. We're all going bankrupt, but at least a few rich people get to have a $250 bill with Trump's face on it. And it's just so crazy. It's just so crazy how dystopian all this is, how backwards 1984 this shit is. You guys remember, he lost at the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said the tariffs were illegal. He has to refund 100% of the tariffs that he collected last year. So, of course, here's Trump.
Yes.
How do you want to solve the conflict on tariffs between the US and
Between who?
The conflict on tariffs between EU and US. What do you want to solve?
And US and who?
EU.
European Union.
How do you want to
Well, we won on tariffs, actually. Somebody said you actually won the case. We won on tariffs.
They literally lost the case. They lost, but it doesn't matter. He can just say anything. Just the opposite of fucking reality. That's where we're at now, folks. Oh, we actually won. Even though after I lost, I came out and I shit all over the Supreme Court. I said that they were helping our enemies. I talked about how it would be disastrous, how our entire economy would collapse if they did this. I did nothing but warn people how horrible this would be before it happened. But now they actually did it. We won! We won somehow. Once again, postmodernism, I guess, the Republican version of it, where words don't have any meaning anymore. Everything's the opposite. And speaking of the opposite, folks, apparently Trump doesn't even know where his own father was born.
It's a shame. It's and that country, UK, and I love that country. I love it. My mother was born there. I love it. My mother was born there. My father was born. Right? He knows all about my father. My father was born there. So, you know, very places that you...
Yeah, he's with a German guy, and he's like, my father was born there. This guy knows all about my father being born there, but he wasn't. Trump's father was born in New York City. But it doesn't matter, folks. Not like anybody's fact-checking him. It's not like we have any free press in this country holding him accountable for anything. And then, of course, he's always got to be thinking about himself. So remember, we used to have the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And the entire point of that was to roast politicians. They would have comedians get up there and just shit all over Washington, politicians, whatever. And Donald Trump was so butthurt by it that that's why he ran for president to begin with. And then the first time he was president, he basically eliminated the White House Correspondents' Dinner because he is so thin-skinned. He couldn't stand to get ridiculed and mocked. Well, apparently they decided to redo it this year and have him as the guest of honor, where instead of mocking him and roasting him, they just suck his dick. The White House Correspondents Association has asked me very nicely to be the honoree at this year's dinner, a long and storied tradition since it began in 1924 under then President Calvin Coolidge. Anyway, he's going to be the honored guest at this thing they used to roast politicians about. So you know it's going to be like, oh my God, Trump is the best. You're the greatest guy ever, Trump. So pathetic, so pitiful. But hey, we are a sham of the country we used to be. And did you guys hear about the Trump official that stabbed a couple women and then killed a dog and then got killed by the police?
Have an update now on yesterday's deadly road rage incident on the Beltway near Annandale. At around 7 o'clock this evening, the State Department confirmed the suspect involved was one of its employees. Virginia State Police, a 32-year-old Jarrett Yamato, stabbed 4 women and a dog after a crash near Little River Turnpike. Michelle Adams and the dog were killed. 3 other women were badly injured. Police say Yamato later confronted a trooper with a knife, and the trooper shot him in self-defense, according to investigators. That trooper is now on administrative leave while the investigation continues.
So, yeah, more conservative terrorism. Virginia police killed Trump official after road rage. There he is, folks. Another doughy, violent bitch from the Trump administration. And while we're at it, let's check in with the secret police and see how that's going. And some of this footage is beautiful. I'm about to show you, folks. They finally got dog killer Kristi Noem into Congress, and they're fucking grilling him. And huge shout out to Senator Tillis, who fucking lays into her. Shoot this into my veins.
I read your book last week. And honestly, some of the parts of it impressed me, but some of it distresses me. And I'll give you a good example of one that does. The passage where you talked about killing a dog that was 14 months old. I train dogs, all right? And you are a farmer. You should know better. You should know that if you're going out to a hunting lodge and you're putting pheasants out and you're putting dogs out, you don't take a puppy out there. A 14-month-old dog is basically a teenager in dog years. You decided to kill that dog because you had not invested the appropriate time in training, and then you have the audacity to go into a book and say it's a leadership lesson about tough choices. It's in your book. We could play it if we had time. At that same lunch hour, you killed a goat. And you killed the goat because you said it was behaving badly. You are a farmer. You don't castrate a goat. They behave badly. You should have probably done that before. But my point is, those are bad decisions made in the heat of the moment. Not unlike what happened up in Minneapolis.
Yeah, but it wasn't a bad decision. That's the thing. That's the reason she's in power right now. That's the reason she has $300 million to buy sex jets to fly all over the country and fuck her boyfriend, right? That's exactly why Donald Trump put her in the position, because that's the nightmares hellscape we live in. But they grilled her even more, folks. Here they're grilling her about the no-bid contract she given to all her friends.
2 of them were chosen. Madam Secretary, I'll read from the notice from your agency. Given the immediate action to significantly reduce illegal immigration and border crossings, DHS identified 4 companies, 4 Of the hundreds of thousands of companies in the United States, you identified 4. One of those is this Safe America Media company. Where is Safe America Media headquartered?
I don't know.
I don't know either, Madam Secretary. We can't find it. We can't find a website. We did find an address that's registered for this company. Do you know where that address is?
Is there a problem with this contract?
I'll tell you about it.
According to
Madam
law,
Secretary, the address is registered to a political operative. Madam Secretary, the company, and then I'll give you an opportunity to respond. The company is registered to a political operative in Virginia. Do you know, just by way of example, whether this company that received $143 million in taxpayer dollars, has it ever done work for the government before?
I don't know. I can't.
The answer is it has not. And do you know why we know that? Because it was incorporated 8 days before this contract went out. You want the American people to believe that this is all above board?
Yes,
that $143 million of taxpayer money just happened to go to this one company that doesn't have a headquarters, doesn't have a website, has never done work for the federal government before, and is registered apparently or attached to a residence from a political operative. And of course, one of the subcontractors of that contract, as you know, is a political firm that's tied to you back when you were governor of South Dakota. The reason why I ask these questions is that this is taxpayer money. And I presume, I don't know this for a fact, but Senator Tillis noted yesterday the way in which your agency is blocking the Inspector General from 11 different investigations that it is trying to conduct. I don't know if this happens to be one of them. I certainly hope it is, because eventually the facts will become public in this regard. And
it doesn't matter, though. Donald Trump will just pardon her, right? They'll give them blanket pardons for everything, and it'll be like it never happened. They're bleeding us fucking dry, and they can't believe it. They can't believe we put them in power and let them do this, but we did. The biggest suckers and losers on the planet. Here she is lying her ass off. First off, she's saying that she did not call Alex Preddy a domestic terrorist. American citizen Alex Preddy, who died murdered by the secret police in broad daylight on camera, trying to save a woman from being beaten by the secret police.
After the killings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, when I spoke to Alex's parents, they told me that you calling him a domestic terrorist, this was directly from them, the day after he was killed. A nurse in our VA, Alex, one of the most hurtful things they could ever imagine was said by you about their son. Do you have anything you want to say to Alex Preddy's parents?
We were relying in the hours after that incident that was so horrific on information we were getting from the ground from our agents.
I just asked if you had anything you wanted to say to the parents or to the family of Renee Good after you called them domestic terrorists.
I can't even imagine what they have gone through in the loss of their son and the loss of their family members.
But how about specifically calling them domestic terrorists without any evidence of that?
Sir, ma'am, I did not call him a domestic terrorist. I said it.
Oh, really? Okay.
When you perpetuate violence against a government because of ideological reasons and for reasons to resist and perpetuate violence, that is the definition of domestic terrorism. This individual who came with weapons and ammunition to stop a law enforcement operation of federal law enforcement officers committed an act of domestic terrorism. That's the facts.
That's the facts. You said it clearly, but it doesn't matter. Do not believe what they said in the past, only what they say right now, because words don't have any meaning anymore. But this was beautiful, folks. They asked her directly about her boyfriend, about the affair she's having on the $300 million worth of sex jets they bought with the taxpayer money. Obviously, she didn't answer the question, but it's beautiful having somebody ask her about it. That's not the fucking clip. Where the fuck is it? Did I lose the fucking clip already? God damn it. That was another clip of them grilling her, which is also a good clip, but nope, I guess I don't have it. All right, whatever. I'll play it on the fucking next show. It's probably in here somewhere. It's just out of fucking order because it happened right at the beginning of my show. It's the last thing I put on here. Oh, maybe it's here. Here it is. Right there in front of me. They're asking her about her boyfriend and the sex jets. Here's her response.
Trump knows that this guy is shady. Corey has a decades-long record of physical battery, sexual harassment, illegal lobbying for a Venezuelan oil company, and bringing a loaded gun into a federal building. Despite being fired or removed from virtually every position he has ever held due to misconduct, he now wields unchecked, unconfirmed, undisclosed power over your department. This person has no experience running anything close to Department of Homeland Security or even advising someone in your position. He is unqualified, which again has left my constituents and I wondering why he is your top official.
Curious.
So, Secretary Noem, at any time during your tenure as Director of Department of Homeland Security, have you had sexual relations with Corey Lewandowski?
Mr. Chairman, I am shocked that we're going down and peddling tabloid garbage in this committee today. And ma'am, one thing that I would tell you is that he is a special government employee who works for the White House. There are thousands of them in the federal government.
So reclaiming my time, Secretary, it is okay for you to be offended by the question. It is okay for you to be offended by the question. But it is also a real question.
So what I
anyway, she didn't answer the question, of course, because why would she? They're fucking cowards. But let's play a little bit of the shift clip while we're at it.
This to you how it went. It was a competitive process.
Well,
the career
okay,
officials at the Department of Homeland Security
you don't want to
chose
confirm
the
the
best.
president's role in this, and I can understand why. But you say it was a competitive process, and yet this contract went to a company that didn't exist 2 weeks before they got the contract.
Sir, I can't speak to that. I don't know the name of that company.
You're saying you can't speak to it, but let me ask you this. Are you saying it's just a coincidence? It's just a happy circumstance? It's just a fortuitous event that 143 million of that went to a subcontractor that you worked with extensively as governor in South Dakota or during your campaign, that is just coincidental?
The same process was followed for this media contract than any other media contract that's happened.
Just a coincidence.
At the Department of Homeland Security, I had nothing to do, and no political had any,
nothing to do with it.
No choosing of who the contractors. And we don't have a legal process for weighing in on subcontractors. It doesn't exist.
Excuse me, just a coincidence. Also, then, that this $143 million.
To ask questions, you should want the answers.
I'm trying to ask a question.
You're trying to say that this was a political decision, and
it was. It's obvious. You guys are frauding the fuck out of us, right? Stealing everything that's not bolted down. And I guess I can't blame you, right? Why not? Why not fleece the biggest suckers and losers to ever exist? I get it. But spotted over in Burbank, California, I totally agree with this. Civil disobedience, even if it's not so civil. You can fight back by annoying them. Talking about ICE, y'all. Mess up their food, drink orders, shit in their food. Lose their tickets, reservations, over-tighten lug nuts, strip spark plugs. Give them incorrect but real-sounding information. Record them with your phones. Record them with your phones. Disrupt them with loud noises, car alarms, music, banging metal, and bright lights, flashlights, headlights. Shame them. The fascists won't complacency. Do not give it to them. Fuck the white supremacists. It's your right to make mistakes. Yep. Get all up in their ass. Let them know exactly what you think about them. No justice, no peace. And that's my Chud Watch for this evening, folks. And all right, I got one quick trash world coming up. I did say carried away. I got me a big fucking $500. Woo! Hell yeah, man. Just shows you whining pays off. As always, fucking love you, Carrie. We'll get to that. But first, I got actually three, because we're going to do one religious one free Palestine in the trash world. I got three trash worlds, got a couple religious bullshits, and the show will be fucking over. So get your super chats in if you want to, but for now, it's time for Trash World! Nailed it. Trash World! And first up on tonight's Trash World, they gonna free Tina Peters, y'all. The Democratic governor of Colorado gonna free Tina Peters. Now, you remember who Tina Peters is? That's the woman who basically sold out the United States people, gave private information from voters to the Trump administration. Incredibly fucking illegal. So she was arrested. She was tried by a jury of her peers. She was sentenced to 8 years in jail. But Donald Trump said, I'm a dictator. If you guys do not free this woman, this traitor to the country, this woman who tried to overthrow American democracy and make him a dictator, he's going to withhold funds from Colorado, which he did. And so now the governor, pussy ass bitch, is trying to make excuses for why he's about to free her, give her clemency. He's about to say, oh my God, well, this other woman who did something similar didn't get a big fucking charge. So why are we keeping Tina Peters in jail? It's not fair, but it's 100% obvious why you're fucking doing that. So weasel ass Democratic governor. Fuck this guy. Everybody bending the knee to fascism. Meanwhile, it's a good, I guess it's a good output. This is what they should start doing to everybody who takes their kid to a youth pastor to get raped. Start charging the parents. But occasionally, when somebody does a school shooting, we charge the parents. Father of Georgia mass shooter found guilty of murder. The father of a teenager accused of killing 4 people at a Georgia high school in 2024 was convicted of second-degree murder Tuesday. It's a landmark victory for prosecutors. Colin Gray, 55, faces a maximum of 180 years in prison. So, hey, you dipshits letting your kids have all these guns, you better know that there is potential comeuppance, right? You might be held responsible for whatever the fuck they do, so you might want to think twice on giving your kids guns. If they're having mental issues, you might want to get them fucking help. You might not just want to sit on your fucking hands and do nothing, because life in jail because of what some other motherfucker did. The jury deliberated for less than a day. So good. Put this motherfucker under the jail. Let it be a lesson to all parents. Do not buy guns for your children. And then one more on Free Palestine. This is kind of Muslim propaganda, but I'll allow it. Dude goes up and asks a Zionist Jew a few basic childlike questions. Let's see if he can answer any of them.
Does Israel have the right to defend it?
100%.
100%. Against who?
Hamas, Palestinians.
Okay. So free Israel.
100%, yeah.
From what? What should be free Israel from? From themselves?
From Gaza, from the whole thing.
From Gaza. So
From
let me get this
Gaza.
straight. So Israelis were living there already. Jews were already living there. And then all of a sudden, recently, these Arabs came and they just took over the land? Is that what happened? If this is your coat and I took your coat off you and you're like, yo, bro, give me my coat back. And I'm like, nah, it's mine.
No, I'll take it off you.
But why would you take? No, but I have the right to defend myself.
No, because it's my belonging.
Oh, hold on a second. So it's because it's your belongings you have the right to defend yourself. So these Palestinians who belong on that land, who lived on that land, they're being attacked and they're taking the land away. Do they not have the right to defend their own land?
What I know, they lived there, yeah, Gaza, they lived happy, and then there was Israel. Yeah, all of a sudden, one day, they just came in and started killing civilians.
This is what they're teaching them. So
Definitely,
on that
guys.
land, before it was called Israel, what was it called?
I don't know.
You don't know at all?
I don't know at all.
So it was called Palestine. Let me give you a lesson on that. It was called Palestine.
Okay, I don't believe it.
But wait, so you don't know, but yet you don't believe it?
Even if I don't know, I don't believe it either. If it's called
So even if you don't know and you learn about it, you still wouldn't believe it?
100%, I wouldn't believe it.
So you wouldn't. So you're willing to close your eyes on the truth?
Yep.
Yeah, hey, don't care, folks. They're Europeans who don't know anything about the land, who are just cult members, who pretend to associate with another cult that lived thousands of years ago. And they believe that they have a right just to kill you and take your land as their vacation property. But that's who rules us, folks. That's who's in charge of our government. That's who enslaves us. Know your enemy. And that is my Trash World Free Palestine for this evening, folks. And all right, move right along. This one's for Carrie to win. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Yeah, it's time for religious bullshit. And folks, they're still doing it. Still spreading these lies. It's always super easy to con doofs. MAGA pastor Tony Suarez claiming that in Eastern Tennessee, there's kitty litters in the public school bathrooms. They're still claiming this shit.
I live in East Tennessee. And I've told the story on Flashpoint
I've
before
lied
that
many times.
when one of my kids was in middle school, there was kitty litter boxes in the public schools
No, there wouldn't.
for the boys that or the girls that identify
Nope.
as furries.
Yeah.
I mean, this is in the Bible Belt. So we have to be watchmen on the wall and say, no, we're going to recover Los Angeles, Chicago, but also
This is exactly the type of guy raping your children, right? freaking you out about stuff that doesn't actually exist. Oh my God, be scared of the furries. Bring your kids to my youth camp. They'll be super safe with me. I'm not saying this guy specifically raped kids, but somebody check this guy's hard drive. Lies, damnable lies, but they don't care, folks. The worst among us. It's so easy to con idiots, and this is how you do it. Meanwhile, hot take from charismatic Calvinists over on Instagram, folks. Know your role and shut your mouth, congregation. If you give me money, I can spend that money on anything I want to. Fancy cars, fancy houses, prostitutes. You got no fucking say in it. Shut your mouth.
You have no right to see your church's finances. None. You don't have any right to see what they spend their money on. None. If you think you're seeing something that's problematic, talk to your pastor, ask him the questions. If he shuts you down, if something feels fishy, leave the church. That's the beauty of evangelicalism is it's a freaking strip mall. You go pick a different one, right? But these guys that they demand, I need to talk to the senior pastor and I need to know every dollar where everything is sent, where everything is spent on. Like, no, you don't. They're the stewards of that money. You are called and commanded to tithe your money, to give to your local ministry. And then once it's out of your hands, it's God's money. It's not yours. You have no right to see your church.
Every preacher works for God, and whatever they do with it is fine and godly and pious. So shut the fuck up and give your money, slaves. And they will, folks. They'll listen. Imagine bowing down to that motherfucker. And speaking of imagine bowing down to these people, this is Donald Trump's own personal faith leader. Oh, my God, folks. So anyway, apparently, she's trying to psych everybody up for the war with Iran. Tell me this is not a mental illness, y'all. Tell me these people are not fucking nutty as a goddamn squirrel shit.
Strike and 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 strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory, God. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of shouting and singing. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done.
She's worth like $100 million, folks.
It is done.
This is all it takes.
The Lord says it is done. For I hear victory, 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 victory in the corridors of heaven. In the corridors of heaven, victory, 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 victory. For angels are being released right now.
Wealth.
Angels are being dispatched right now.
This is how dumb we are. This is how worthless our society is. Baby talk, gibberish. $100 million.
For angels have even been dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here.
Right
in the name of Jesus from South America. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here.
They're coming.
They're coming
They're
here.
coming, y'all.
From Africa.
They're coming.
From
From
South
Africa.
America.
I love it when people from Africa come.
Forces, angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement.
Big black
angelic
angels from
reinforcement. I hear the sound of victory. 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 I hear the sound of...
That's who rules us, folks. That's who has all the power. That's who has Donald Trump's ear and decides our policy. Moonbats craziness. Hey, but that's why we can't have nice things. And that is my religious bullshit. And real quick, folks, I didn't do an intro for this because I probably won't ever do this again. But let's check in with the race results. We had some political races around the country. I want to keep you guys abreast of what's going on. First off, James Tallarico won. Our boy James won. Beat Jasmine Crockett. Not that I had anything against Jasmine Crockett. Either way, it's fine. But James won. I heard Jasmine Crockett wasn't that pleased by it, but she did concede and tell everybody to go support James. So Texas State Representative James Tallarico won a searing primary. It's only the primary. He still got to go to the main race against his Republican opponent. But he gave a speech after he won. And of course, it's Tallarico. Motherfucker can talk. Let's have a listen.
The number of young people who showed up to vote in this election is unprecedented. The number of Texans who have never voted before but showed up in this election is unprecedented. The number of independents and Republicans who voted in this Democratic primary is unprecedented. This is proof that there is something happening in Texas. Tonight, the people of our state gave this country a little bit of hope. And a little bit of hope is a dangerous thing. I want to thank y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in this
only in
fight.
one ear.
God bless y'all. Thank you.
So, hopium, we'll see what happens. Can they turn Texas blue? We'll all find out together. And then guess who lost? Guess who lost, folks? One-eyed Jack, Dan Crenshaw lost. No more Dan. Woo, baby. Woo! Fuck this guy. Now, of course, he lost to some other Republican dickhead. Won't be any better. But I love it because I hate this motherfucker. Fuck him in his eye hole. I think we'd all agree. And if you guys don't remember who Dan Crenshaw is, cringe warning for those susceptible to cringe-induced injuries. You guys remember this video? This is not AI, folks, I promise you. This came out 2020 before AI. This is a real video that One-Eyed Jack, Dan Crenshaw, put out to lick his own asshole.
The American story is one of true exceptionalism. It's built on the greatest ideas in history. This victory tonight, it's about you. It's about defining those. Sorry, folks. I'll be right back.
Right back, guys. I'm such a badass.
What do we got? Well, it's not over in Georgia. Senate races went to a runoff.
Oh, this is so cringe.
You'll never believe this.
Far-left activists are attempting to gain full and total control of the U.S. government.
This is
it
real.
Will secure a Democratic
He made
Senate
this.
majority so that
He
we
released it
don't
himself.
have
Nobody
to
made him.
negotiate in that way.
He
Should
chose
these
to.
Senate seats be lost, all will be lost.
You supported the Green New Deal. You supported Medicare for all. Yeah.
Your mission will be to rally support across Georgia behind these American patriots.
How'd that work?
Senator Perdue and Senator Loeffler. They must win.
What's our situation on the ground? We have two patriots down there, Senator Loeffler and Senator Perdue. Great fighters with a great message. They just need a little backup. Last question. Who do you want to bring?
Bring everyone.
Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. It's hard to even look. I have secondhand embarrassment so bad. He's jumping out of the plane. He did it. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck? He thinks this is a mission impossible. Just goes to show you all the conservative politicians think they're on some kind of reality show. It's all about them and their vanity.
Good evening, sir. Rather lovely form, if I may say so. But we do have a small problem at the landing zone.
They're fucking the Avengers, guys.
Anti-fascists.
Oh,
An
no,
ironic
Antifa!
term given their
Antifa,
propensity to,
get
well,
Antifa!
act like fascists. Are patrolling the area. Recommend we shift north 3 kilometers. How does that sound?
Negative. I want to say hello to the greeting party. What's the bearing?
Fuck that eye hole.
Always one for a bit of drama. 90 degrees from your current heading. Be well, sir.
Man, where is this guy?
He got a nose ring. He's super
Antifa.
Antifa.
It's going to be dark soon.
How do they know where he's going to drop in at? They're sitting there waiting on him.
That pirate? Oh, pirate.
He's a pirate, get it? Seems like Antifa has a lot of information they shouldn't have.
Oh, the news told us to be.
Oh my God, he's right there! He did the superhero landing! Oh shit, you guys are fucked! Just poke him in his other eye, just poke him. Oh no, he punched you in the window! Just good God, yeah, he shot that himself! You literally can't get more embarrassing than that, so ha ha! Deleted! Belly up, Dan Crenshaw! And guess who else lost, guys? Love of my life, Valentina Gomez only got 352 votes. Guys! I asked you for one fucking thing! You couldn't even give me this? Fuck! Now how am I gonna get her attention? I guess I just have to impress her the old-fashioned way by shooting Ronald Reagan. Anyway, she was robbed, and she gonna put you on a post, let us all know about it, folks. Valentina Gomez says, I have a video evidence that my election has been rigged to benefit a 4-year-old Congressman John Carter. If I publish this video, they will send me to prison. It involves the voting. I don't know. I can't know what she does, but God damn it. Oh, well, whatever. Can't have anything, guys. And that is my coverage of the races. More on that when more races happen. Fuck yeah. And hey, go Jay Salarico. Call me Valentina. It's okay. We can work it out. It's fine. And all right, folks, I got one to count on one to be on parody. Gonna finish you guys off the happy ending. So let's fucking do it. It's time for too much shit. Parody! And only one Beyond Parody for tonight. This was coming to you from super genius Kevin Sorbo, Hercules himself, folks. He got a very important message, okay? Mel Gibson got a new movie coming out. The Resurrection of the Christ. Here's the movie poster, right? Sorbo posted this movie poster. That's what he's commented on. Part 1, March 26th, 2027. Part 2, May 6th, 2027. So obviously, genius Kevin Sorbo, probably the only movie actually worth seeing this year. It ain't happening this year, motherfucker! It's 2026 right now! It says it twice! It literally says the fucking year twice on the movie poster you posted! Good God, you're stupid! Whatever. 14,000 likes. You guys are so stupid. I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed! And that's my show, folks. We fucking did it. Hey, do me a favor, bail out, folks. Patreon.com/Codcast. If you're watching the replay, I will go back and put it in the description. I forgot because I'm bad at my job, but I'll definitely do it. So trust me, it's all happening. Go click the link. Go sign up my Patreon. PayPal. You can aim your camera phone at all this shit. Do it to it. I appreciate it. Gonna read me some super chats and play a song and have a kitty party. But first, let me load up my PayPal.com. Which is a great way to support the show. They actually take a little less than the super chat. So if you have a PayPal, throw a coin to your Witcher, please, and thank you. And all right, let's see. Also, we got a big super chat from Carrie to Win, hero to the show. Coach A's gonna get another 5. Thank you, Cole. Very generous tonight. Love you. I am not a cat from exclusive $5. ICE confirms a measles outbreak in the national largest detention facility. I read that. There's so much shit happening. I had to cut all that shit out. It's already super overtime almost for a Wednesday night, so too much happening. And Gary to Win, love you, Dusty. Woo! Goddamn, I said, woo! Super woos for Carrie. $500. Making you tonight. Super chat. Hurry, jump into the world. This show sponsored by Carrie to Win. Very generous, Carrie. I almost feel bad about whining, but I wouldn't have got it if I didn't whine, right? Got to turn the waterworks on. Appreciate you, everybody. Please, please kiss Carrie's ass. This is the greatest show. Hell yeah. Thank you, Rocks. Good to see you tonight. Thanks, Dusty. Thank you. And it's gone. Thanks, Dusty. Cole James. All right. All right. Is that it? That's it. All right, folks. I'm going to be back Friday in this show. This week with 3 strong shows brought to you by Carrie to Win. Appreciate you. So be sure to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. As promised, we will have an after party, the show after the show on Friday. So make plans to get your ticket. Come hang out with me. I'll see you guys then. But for now, I didn't read the PayPals yet. I got $25 from Jamie Nelson. Hell yeah, Jamie. Got my back. Appreciate you, Jamie. Eric Schroer, $20. Fuck yeah, Eric. Thank you. Gossi Hazma, $7. Thank you, Gossi. James Brockman gave me $6. Thank you, James. You fucking rock. Jamie Nelson gave me $25. That was on the second. That was last show. All right, I'm caught up. Heroes, great way to support the show. Thank you, guys. I very much appreciate it. And now, here's an original song by Dusty Smith called Stretch Your Neck. Available on the short section of my channel. Let's do a kitty party.
Yo, billionaires, are you feeling stressed? All that greed got you feeling compressed. No worries, we've got the perfect cure. A bespoke solution, timeless and pure. You've climbed so high, built your
Mr. Half-Ass, we got CC, and here's some pretty boy. Anybody else want to come get it? Come and get it! Come and get it! Nobody. They're too fat. They don't care. Whatever. It's a good life. Folks, I love the shit out of you. I'll see you Friday. You guys have a good Thursday. Thanks for having me. Good night.
Custom fitted, oh what the heck. Relax, unwind, we'll stretch your neck. You drained the world, every dime, every drop, while the rest begged mercy. You couldn't stop, but we're here to help. Call it poetic care, a final ascent to thin, rarefied air. Gold rope swing with an elegant gleam, a VIP send off, living the dream. It's your last investment, no buyer's regret. Your legacy secured, stretch your neck. Oh, the view from the top, isn't it grand? As you dangle above the wasteland, silken noose with the platinum clasp for the lifestyle you lived, an ironic gasp. You wanted it all, now you're lighter than air, floating high above with the elite's despair. No need to fight it, we'll handle the rest. This is luxury justice, only the best. Step right up, it's the ultimate ride. No golden parachutes, no place to hide. Custom fitted, oh what the heck. Relax, unwind, we'll stretch your neck. Your neck. So sign on the line, your time is due. This service is tailored just for you. The end comes quick, no need to inspect. It's our pleasure, really will stretch your neck.